How is it going, gamers? Grab your snacks, grab your water, because we're back with some more Boston BBB Online action. I am Just the Tomato, back again, here to cast some BlazBlue Central Fiction action. And by my side tonight, once again, is the venerable Adroth. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling fine. It's a nice little night to get some CF in, a nice little night to detox from all those other ranked games. I know you guys are grinding. I should know myself. I spent 2 hours on Grand Blue ranked, the worst mistake of my life. But that's why I'm here. I gotta cleanse my soul. I gotta pay for my sins, and I'm here to make sure y'all get some good ass CF tonight.
Hell yeah, dude. Old Week Peak Fiction right here at twitch.tv/BostonBlueBeat. BlazBlue Monday plus our Tuesday. Uni Wednesday. We're kicking off another week, closing out the month of September. Can it get a little bit colder, please?
Oh, dude, if only. Well, actually, around my area, it feels like the lights just suddenly flipped, because for 2 weeks it was 90 and 80, and then suddenly it's 60. I can barely even get up in the morning. It's so goddamn cold. But not as cold as our players tonight. I believe our first stream match is going to be JoshuaVv versus WarioCuckedMe. Classic online match right there. I think they're both from the New York region, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you finally said his name.
Oh, I did.
Said his full name.
God damn it. I forgot I was on a streak of WCM for how long?
No, you gotta put the respect on WarioCuckedMe. You gotta say his full name.
I don't think there's a lot of respect. That's just me, I guess. Maybe I'm different.
No, yeah, it's just you. It's just you. But yeah, it's your standard issue BlazBlue bracket tonight. 15 entrants. Every single one of them familiar. I think we have got XCal, the favorite to win, obviously. Play Guy Don, Adroth hot on his heels. Maknchess and walbats, riding off the momentum of some very strong performances in other net play brackets these past couple weeks. There's one name, though, that I know we both recognize. You want to talk about that a little bit? I'm going to put you on the spot here. I hope you don't mind.
You just put me in the hella spot. You threw me in the middle of the goddamn road, not even underneath the bus. Yeah, I think we got a lot of familiar names. Once again, JoshuaVv, WarioCuckedMe, XCal. Oh, you even got Ryder and Walbats. Shout out to the TMN crew coming out from there. Maknchess, Deltrarunner. And for Pool B Match B, we have Adroth versus Calcat, who is surprising the shit out of me by entering a game she no longer plays. And that's my partner right there. So, I got to root for the honey.
No bias on the commentary team. Right here at Boston BBB. No bias, only professionalism. However, we gotta support players breaking out CF for the one time. Maybe the one time will become a 2-time. I don't know. Always happy to see people coming out. I hope you all there in the Twitch chat are having a wonderful time. Hit that exclamation point. M stands for Matcherino. And we are gonna get a Matcherino on right here, right now. Joshua on the Makoto. WarioCuckedMe on the Valkenhayn.
All right. We got the battle of the furries right now. Squirrels versus wolves.
I wasn't about to say it.
See, that's why I'm here. I'll say what people don't want to say. I'll be the voice for everyone who's ever felt silence in the night.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Well, happy to have you here too.
All right, so things are starting off with WarioCuckedMe getting a nice sequence going. About half of the Wolf Brigade already drained, but going to lead to some proper Oki. Now, WarioCuckedMe will not follow up on as Makoto finds a way out the corner.
Yeah, it looked like, unfortunately, WarioCuckedMe ran into the fireball and is going to run into that jab as well, bursting to keep the corner, and it's already starting to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a cat and mouse matchup in a sense, where Valkenhayn is kind of the cat and the mouse at the same time. And Joshua gonna fall for the trap, getting caught by the DP, caught by the overhead reset. Very strong round to kick things off. First blood to WarioCuckedMe.
Oh yeah, a pretty good round right there, but you are down a burst and only one tick in. So active flow gonna be the name of the game in this second round. I want to see if JoshuaVv can really capitalize on that. You do not want to get Valkenhayn get more resources than he already has.
Yeah, resource management is a very defining feature of Valkenhayn. All of his most powerful offense, all of his combo routes, everything he does, even his basic movement, which isn't really basic at all, but The point is, everything relies on that wolf gauge. Makoto, on the other hand, is a bit more of an honest character, doesn't really have super complicated, unique mechanics to her name. Just good old-fashioned heads to beat your face in with. And that's exactly what Joshua is doing, pushing Wario into the corner. Counter assault out, though.
We love to see it. Makoto, your classic punch girl, as you described, just gonna, stay in there, do some close range pressure, almost akin to Naruto, but has a lot more tricks up her sleeve with, the clones and whatnot, and having more and more ways to find her multi-hits that just keep you guessing and really mess up your IB time, which is the most important part, I feel.
Absolutely right, that instant barrier, instant block, really, really important in this game to push people out on defense. It's important against Makoto. It's also important against human form Valkenheim, who doesn't really have a lot going for his pressure, but Joshua displaying some very solid defense, defending very well against this wolf mix. All of that is unreactable, but unfortunately Wario gonna find the throw.
And that's one thing to note about Valkenheim. Even though you can defend against Valkenheim, but you do eventually have to challenge. That's something we saw JoshuaVv do right there. That 2A into that reset. Hold on. Okay, Josh, we get it turned in here. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Wario comes with an air throw reset to take game 1.
Yeah, WarioCuckedMe was super ready for that parry reset that Joshua was doing. It's sort of the net play classic that you see a lot of Makotos do. Reset with that parry. Space counter is the name of it, and it restands the opponent. And then Makoto arcsys, crosses over to the other side and high-lows you.
I like how you said a lot of Makotos, because yeah, there sure are a lot of Makotos. Am I right, fellas?
Fortunately, if you're Joshua, all you need is one. But unfortunately, Joshua's going to need 2 games. He's down a game. WarioCuckedMe picking up right where he left off, cornering Joshua once again, and has his overdrive this time.
Haven't seen the DP yet from JoshuaVv. We want to see a little bit more active defense from him so far. There it is.
You spoke it into existence, Aerota, and Wario once again spending his burst to keep the corner. Knows how valuable being able to keep this offense up is, and I love the decision making. It's working out super well. Because it doesn't matter how good your defense is. Valk is one of those characters, one of the few characters in the game that just has unreactable offense, and even more unreactable offense. He is a speed demon in every sense, as long as he has that dog in him, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. But now it's time for Makoto to get started. Simple combo 1.4K. Never mind. I forgot she could pick up from that, depending on how close she is to the corner. That's what we like to see. And more of that stagger pressure. Keeping the timing random on those lows to make sure WarioCuckedMe can exactly have the funnest time of blocking it out.
Yeah, there it is, Wario. You're exactly right, Aerota. Wario got caught with that low once again. Valkenheim, not a character known for having very good defense. That counter assault that Wario is representing is one of his few invincible options on defense, and that's why Wario's been using it so many times when he has the bar, because it's so important that you just get to play.
Ooh, get to play you do. JoshuaVv looking for a burst. Just gotta close out the round, I feel, though.
Yeah, who's to say if Joshua loses this round? We know he's going to be kicking himself on the ropes now. May have to burst to stay alive, but WarioCuckedMe going to try and spend the overdrive, and it's going to work out.
Wow. Unfortunate ending to the first set of tonight. Sometimes a burst thirst claims us all.
Joshua was hungry for that burst, but at the end of the day, he got eaten up by the Valkenheim at the hands of WarioCuckedMe. Very, very commanding 2-0. I don't envy his fate running into Excalibur Blades in the next round of winner's side, but
God damn, Excalibur next round? That's the thing about CF brackets. You can fight for your life in round 1, and you gotta fight someone like Excalibur like 5 minutes after.
Yeah, Carl, another one of those characters with unreactable offense. This is what you gotta do to win in these Boston Blue Beat brackets. So good luck and Godspeed to WarioCuckedMe, and congratulations for the dub. Joshua, obviously, he's not going anywhere. He is gonna make a loser's run. He's set up to do that. But in the meantime, we have the entrances of Walbats and Master CJ awaiting us. Walbats, by the way, I'm really, really excited to see him play in this bracket, because he kind of obliterated everyone in the last TMN bracket for BlazBlue. I believe he got 3rd.
Yeah, we were actually commentating that, weren't we? We saw him just make the ultimate losers run, only falling to Maknchess in that losers finals.
Yeah, Maknchess no slouch in his own right. I'm very excited to see how walbats performs in this matchup, and I'm also really curious to see how Master CJ approaches this matchup, because it's not the most familiar one, I think, to most Bang players.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this last time in the TMN bracket, like how much Jube experience can one really have? Of course, there were players like I believe Nezu and Elion like pre-rollback, but even then that was only an offline competition. I don't know how much of an online presence they had. And post-rollback, it's like I don't see this character save for the random Madocat appearance. So let's see how Master CJ can really put their tools against this unknown character Jube.
Yeah, walbats already showing his character prowess with that air counter hit conversion off the multi-hit. Almost Naruto-esque, but Master CJ running circles around the fellow Speed Demon character, using that bumper dash to reset twice, I believe, and put walbats in the corner, accumulating 3 seals, and that is going to be a forward fire of that.
Oh, yeah. That mid-screen shades of Magneto with a shiny.
Oh, no. It's a party and you're invited, Master CJ. Lets the Shipageki rip. That is a command grab, by the way. It is not 0 frame post flash, but it will go full screen and track you anywhere. And walbats unfortunately just got caught in an animation. There was nothing he could do.
Ooh, I really like that air dash down, immediately stopping any momentum from the air dash and really just confusing walbats. Look at him look stupid.
Yeah, I got hit so bad by that. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Broke my goddamn neck.
Master CJ also choosing to burst to keep the corner. And this decision I like a little less just because of how powerful Bang's overdrive is. But Master CJ, definitely a veteran player, knows how valuable momentum is, able to get the punish with the block on the instant overhead, I believe. And that is probably going to be a kill, not quite. Counter sold out from walbats, has a chance, but falls into the Ashura.
Amazing wake-up reversal right there. Even when you're down, you're not out. And Master CJ showing that off pretty well. 1-0 to him.
Yeah, in that situation, there's an argument to be made for why the hell not? Just let it rip. You have like 7k. You're Bang freaking Shishigami. What's the worst that could happen? And walbats, unfortunate to get caught by the supers twice in a row. Because definitely was playing, showing some strength in those rounds. Just sort of got run over, I think, in a couple unfortunate interactions. Speaking of unfortunate, it's that 5C.
Dastardly 5C that I hate. Truthfully, it is reactable, especially with a nice, well-timed OD to really reverse momentum. But you got so much other stuff where you're focusing against Bang. It's hard to really put your mind to it.
Absolutely. What a defensive mash from walbats, by the way. Able to mash out the float reset, with the counter hit, and we're going to be seeing some ball. Oki. Jube will never be ballin', they said. Oh, the
install. Here we go. This is going to do a grip of damage. People don't talk about it, but Jube, this character can kill you. Not enough meter on walbat side, though, but will lead to 4.4. Okay, that was scary. That was very scary.
Yeah, that definitely looked a little dubious, but it was textbook from walbats, able to punish the 60 teleport. Master CJ trying to get around the ball, unfortunately just doesn't work out. And walbats gonna get himself on the board.
Walbat show up around and got the first hit of round 2. First knockdown, catch a roll of 2B. That's what you like to see. Force a burst out of Master CJ. What do you do from here?
Yeah, once again, you can see why Master CJ values the momentum of the burst so much, even on a character like Bang with such a polarizing overdrive. Wins the exchange after the burst, gets 4 seals, and gets the clean dash under to keep the corner. That low 2A, like you were talking about, Aradat, is one of those things that Bang has. It's so hard to deal with. That low 2A that Gatling's into itself presents so many problems for a character like Jube that has weak defense.
Look like walbats has stronger defense though, but we all fall victim to the taco kick. Shout out to Yoriagami, king of fighters. Master CJ tying up the rounds thus far.
So true.
Ooh, just run in there. We don't care about your nails. Just run in there. Oh my god. What an amazing 2B from walbats right there. Didn't convert into much, but did set a precedent in the neutral.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there's a conversion off of that 2B. It's such a good button on the side of Jube. You really just kind of got to press it. Walbats trying to mash. Wow.
The will to not block, written by Daigo himself. Didn't you know?
These matches from Walbats have been absolutely perfect. Catching the backdash now is Walbat from the side of Master CJ. Following up with the roll, he's all the way into the corner, and only one seal to his name this time. The comeback is going to be difficult as Walbat pops his overdrive. That might be it.
Air pickup. Not gonna find the kill though.
Anything will do it. Master CJ finds the fuzzy jump, trying to steal the corner, but it doesn't work out.
Oh,
But the 5C again.
That dreaded 5C. Will it be the reversal of momentum that Master CJ needs to close out this game? I don't know. Jubei still with a solid life lead. Another 5C to the noggin.
If it ain't broke, go fix it. But Master CJ drops the combo. Forced to burst to stay alive with a full stick of butter, trying to find a place to use it. There's the counter assault.
CJ trying to start him to the DM. 2, 3 Cs goes unanswered. But
oh my goodness.
Round and finds a punish to secure the game.
Finding the hit in the scramble is Walbats with the dash under. Looked very, very ambiguous and able to eke out that win. That was way too close for comfort, Aradat.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. This is the second match of the night. Y'all already got me stressed. And I blew out my voice at the Guilty Gala. Like, y'all can't do this to me.
Rebel 1. Action.
I believe in the power of ginger and honey tea, Aradat. I believe in your ability, and Master CJ believes in this burst just as much.
Yeah, big burst coming up from Master CJ. Not even 10 seconds into the round. So he believes in the fact that, like, hey, I know I can win this first round. I know that burst won't be too detrimental. But Walbat, so far, it's almost like Taskmaster. The more he's learning as he fights.
No, you're absolutely right, Aradat. Walbats has shown some incredible adaptation, especially on the side of defense. But I think Master CJ is starting to recognize that Walbats loves to mash. And he's got these counter hits again and again, finding the throw this time just when Walbats hesitates. Very, very good stuff from Master CJ, and this is definitely going to be a kill.
Oh, yeah. Don't got to keep the combo fancy.
Oh.
Do your nails. Yep, there we go.
Just like you said, that burst is paying off. He knew he could win that first round if he got the chance. Walbats did not go quietly into the night, though.
Fireball midair to control like a great amount of space that Jubei usually doesn't, because the fireball bounces up and down. It will invade the airspace that Bang usually wants to be at. So I really like that application of the move in neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Walbats has been a little bit apprehensive and rightly so of using it because Bang is so fast. But he's got to start blocking this 5C or none of it's going to matter.
Burst, right, sitting on red health. How do you come back from this?
Definitely going to be rough. Master CJ finding the fatal 3C, not able to convert into the kill though. Only 2 nails to his name, now 1, and Walbats finding the hit.
That was a really good run under into the Oki. Cross under,
Speaking
one
of
more
run
time.
under.
Nasty mix. Stalin coming soon. I could see it. Not even get tried.
The counter is so baited. And no RC.
Straight into the brain of Walbat. Master CJ just knew, yeah, he's desperate. The next time he blocks, he's going to do that, and I'm ready for it.
That was a hell of a set. Master CJ able to come on top at the end of the day of that very, very close 2-1.
Yeah, well played to both players. Wow. Banger set, banger set. It's always a banger set when Walbats is on. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
I thought you were about to make a bang pun, but now Walbats has been picking... I know. I should have thought better. I am sorry. I should have thought better. But yeah, Walbats is really, really cooking with this character. I'm super happy to see the success that he's had with TMN and the way that he's able to hold his own against players like Master CJ. This kid, excuse me, I don't know if he's actually a kid, but this Jubei is going to become very strong very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah. We could have another Elion on our hands. I hope Walbats comes up more to health rank competitions. I'm always a fan of this character. I'm always a fan of Walbats.
Absolutely, dude. He's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are.
I don't know what y'all should also be a fan of. That damn match, Reno. I know the night just started, but that doesn't...
True.
Y'all should chill that match, Reno, and y'all should claim those codes. Y'all can yap in your Discord. Y'all can yap in their Twitter. I don't care. A few clicks is all it takes to get these players some money. And who doesn't want some Wendy's after a bracket? Come on now. Who doesn't want some Wendy's?
Yeah, unfortunately, all of the fast food places are closed by the time these brackets ends because I'm in this small town in rural Nebraska, and it's like the whitest part of the country. So no one goes out after 8:30 p.m. unless it's a football game, but it doesn't matter because the money is going to the players, and they're going to need some Chick-fil-A or some Wendy's or whatever their food of choice is after a long, hard night, throwing it down right here at Boston Blue Beat. So get in there. It's free. It takes like 30 seconds to sign in. They don't even steal your data. I wonder if I can legally say that, but I don't care. I'm a free agent. It's fine. I can say whatever I want.
We ain't sponsored just yet. But hey, speaking of stealing, look at the matchup we have on hand. Ragna versus Azrael. Both these characters can rob the other, but if there's anyone who does it more often, it's definitely that punch fuckface Azrael. Let's just say.
Bro, you can't be calling bottom 10 Punch McFuckface.
Oh, yes, I can, and yes, I will, because the current pilot of this Azrael champion is Ryder, my boy from Boston, Blue Beat Offline Monthlies. Me and him are always going at it, so he has a lot of experience in this matchup. But it is also Play Guy, who's been doing miracles with this Ragna champion, let's just say.
Play Guy, I think it is no stretch to say, he has found his way into godhood with this character. I think he's the strongest Ragna who is active right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he did win BBB last week, so maybe could go for the 2P right here. But Ryder, maybe looking to send him to losers early, especially with a fatal 5C right there.
Yeah, very much an quality of Azrael players to just not care how good you are. They're gonna chuck their overhead. They're gonna chuck their first option. They're gonna chuck that 5C, 6C, and they don't care. You're gonna get hit. But unfortunately, Ryder picking a bad time to mash, and Play Guy gonna get a chance to fire back. What is Ragnar looking for in this matchup there, Adat?
Ragnar's looking to claim his space, make sure you don't really run into what Azrael wants to do, because Azrael, as a design, really just has to send himself at you, and Ragnar has the neutral tools applicable to just be a giant stop sign with normals like 5B, 5A, 5C, JC, all amazing stuff to stop Azrael in his tracks. You do not want to let Azrael get in. You do not want to get your DP baited, especially if you have DPRC. Thank God for that.
Ooh.
Really make sure you play the slow game against Azrael. Not until Azrael is compelled to slow it down and find a counter himself, or find a counter poke into a kill. Nice play, Ryder, right there.
Speaking of slowdown, I don't think it's in Ryder's vocabulary. He has fired off a very, very good round to kick this set off. Play Guy spent his burst very late into that round too, and is going to be needing that thing probably very soon.
Oh yeah, one of the aspects of this matchup that cannot go understated, but is a very minute part of it. Ragnar's lifesteal does help out a lot against Azrael, who is a tankier than average character. But often, more than not, because of Ragnar's neutral, you are building up more and more hits off these chemicals like Play Guy did right there with the 5A hit confirm.
Dude, these fundamentals, they're the reason that Play Guy is so strong. The 5A reaction on the 6C, the 2B roll catch, and Ryder unfortunately getting caught with a standing overhead, a taste of his own medicine, not going to feel too good. But now you have the RPS with Azrael and Wake Up, and the backdash gets smoked.
Doesn't even matter, the RPS. We take the little fake jump right there, since that setup right there will actually block Azrael's DP, but because of the backdash and the dash timing. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm trying to explain something. These two just continue to go at it.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Play Guy definitely very comforted, though, that Ragnar has the tools to kind of deal with Azrael's bullcrap on Wake Up. Because against a lot of characters without solid offense, he can just sort of force RPS on his own Wake Up between backdash and DP, and a lot of characters just have to either hold it or sacrifice pressure. Speaking of hold it, Play Guy doing no such thing, mashing out with the 5B.
Something I really like about Play Guy's offense is the fact that he is willing to just end his strings early. He is not going to overcommit, looking for a potential overhead to mix you up or a throw. He will just go like, okay, cool, you didn't get opened up, back to neutral, because that's really where Ragnar shines in this game, if you ask me.
Absolutely. That dash through was super unfortunate, by the way. Play Guy bursting Ryder into the corner, going to capitalize on the scramble. Ryder patient, gonna Wake Up, has a full stick of butter, spends it on the counter assault. Definitely well spent.
All right. And now we're entering that part of Ragnar Azrael where both characters is kind of vying for a place in neutral. But as I said before, Ragnar just simply has the gap with that 5B. Going to allow Play Guy to take game one.
Yep, that is the name of the game. Like you said, after that counter assault, the game was just slowed down, and that was the place where Ragnar had the chance to shine, where Play Guy could have the reactions, have the ability to walk back and forth, and be aware of things like IAD range, Gustav range, these burst options that Azrael wants to throw out. When you slow down time, everything becomes reactable.
Oh yeah.
And just like Krakatoa said, when everything reactable is punishable.
So true and so real. Ryder trying to go for Sentinel Dump Awake, looking for an RPS of any option right now. Oh my god, back throw on Wake Up.
Back throw incident.
Didn't know we were playing Strive all of a sudden.
Yeah, of all of the Wake Up options you'd expect to see in a game like this, throw is not one of them. By DRC. And it's not going to work out. That 3C on the side of Azrael, pretty punishable on block, and Play Guy is going to RC into Carnage Scissors for a massive kill combo.
5.1k. Ragnar with Active Flow could damn near put out the same amount of damage Azrael can on a good hit.
Yeah, tell me more about this Active Flow mechanic you keep bringing up, Aaron. Why is this so important?
Active Flow is really important for anyone who doesn't know. Active Flow allows you to regen your burst gauge, and if not, you already have burst, you already have OD, you pop that, your EA does a massive amount of damage, and you have an overall 10% damage boost. And for characters like Rog, you get very consistent damage off their confirms. Getting that damage boost is something you cannot miss out on.
Yeah, absolutely right. Speaking of damage boost, that's going to be a huge damage boost. Play Guy with the most optimal Ragnar mid-screen DP punish I have ever seen, and that is going to scrape the bottom of 5k. Active Flow, like you said. Not that Play Guy necessarily needs it. Everything is in his favor right now. He's poised to take the game, but Ryder going to find the 5C.
Who said Azrael players don't got footsies? That was nice. Ooh,
My bad. That was literally comedy.
Yeah.
The Ryder's still in this. Unfortunately, not going to be allowed the opportunity to burst, and that is set, I believe.
Yep. Play Guy once again, just kind of calling out the fact that, like, hey, Azrael has to come to me in very limited ways. It's either a burst option or a predictable IAD. So using the fact that Ragnar, when standing still, is like an entirely different character, just making it very hard for Ryder to get anything started. But well played to both players right there.
Yeah, Ryder definitely no stranger to this matchup, like you said. But unfortunately, Play Guy just has the experience factor, has the grind factor, and I think that grind factor is a big reason why I think he's the best active Ragnar player right now. It's because he just plays more and he enters everything.
Oh yeah, I've never seen a net play bracket that wasn't for beginners that Play Guy was not in, and if he's not in, it's because he probably fell asleep.
Yeah, or he's, I don't know. I don't remember what Play Guy does in his spare time. Otherwise, I'd make fun of him.
He's just Ragnar IRL in his spare time. That's my headcanon.
Actually, no, he's Charlie Brown IRL. That's right.
He's Charlie Brown?
You didn't know this?
What? Is
He
Play Guy bald?
He is not bald, but unfortunately the stream can't see it because Improvement Mod is not in the building, unfortunately. But Play Guy has a custom skin that he plays with. That is Charlie Brown.
Wait, you're right. I was wondering what it was. Yeah, stream can't see it, but on our side, it was a Charlie Brown skin. So I'm just going to assume he's tripping over footballs day in, day out.
So true. I remember an interview, actually, that Charles Schultz gave about, will Charlie Brown ever get... No, it was after the end of Peanuts, and he was like, one of my greatest satisfactions with this strip is that Charlie Brown never got to kick the football.
Really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
It is.
What will be the BlazBlue equivalent of never kicking the football, huh?
The BlazBlue equivalent of not kicking the football is the Combo Breaker 2024 incident with Kobe and Monarch.
Oh, never mind. You're right. You're right. You are so unequivocally right.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
How
But
is
hey,
that Maturino looking, by the way? We just showed that. How many codes we got claimed per chance?
You know, despite me shilling, I haven't yet to claim my code yet. I've been busy all day today. But, you know, we're looking good so far. I see, how many people we got? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah, okay, about 11, if my counting is right. Who knows? Rocket players can't count.
No, I believe I just claimed code number 11 right there. That's me right there. With a 25-cent code coupon. Don't forget, by the way, that you can also subscribe to the Match Arena YouTube channel, which will add 32 cents into the prize pool if you've not already done that. So make sure to do that as well.
True. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've been helping out with all of that, uploading the VOD. Last week's VOD, speaking of Play Guy, you want to see his win from last week, just went up today. I know I was studying those VODs during my classes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can catch all kinds of action right here at Boston Blue Beat. We're going to do an ad read real quick. It looks like shout-outs to production. You have been watching Boston Blue Beat right here at twitch.tv/Boston Blue Beat, 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got the big three lineup for you. We've got BlazBlue. We've got Uni on Wednesday. We've got Plus R on Tuesday for all your freak show anime, all gas, no breaks action right here, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try and get on that ad sheet real quick so I know what we are talking about and what you guys should be keeping up with. Whether you are in the BlazBlue community, in the Plus R community, in the Uni community. Maybe there's a monthly happening. Is there a monthly happening?
Yes, there is. I believe it's going to be, I forgot the exact date, but I do know it's going to be right after ECT weekend, if to my knowledge. Let's see, does stream have it? Oh, stream has it September. Unfortunate. I was there, though. I commentated that. You can also find that on the YouTube.
So true. Subscribe to the Boston Blue Beat YouTube channel. You ever miss a stream, you ever miss a monthly, the VODs will all be up there. You'll get to hear Aerodat's beautiful voice as he commentates Pink and Strive.
And Strive.
No hate. That's for Granblue.
That's crazy. The anti-Granblue agenda is crazy, but I kind of mess with it.
Please select your character.
Gotcha. Oh, I hear things moving over on the BlazBlue side, I think.
Oh, yeah. We got Maknchess versus Adroth, S versus Susanoo.
Ooh. Yeah. Neither of these players, I believe, like these matchups. Not that they would have any reason to. Just ask Quetzalcoatl.
Oh boy, that guy Quetz has quite an amount of things to say about this character. But what do we have to say about this character? Tomato, how you feel about this matchup?
I think nah, this shit's terrible, Susan. It's really not that good. It's really not that good, I fear. She is able to rival Susanoo in the mid-range, but she also has killer Okizeme with that instant overhead JC. Killer pressure with that 5A, hits crouchers, and his jump cancelable. That button right there, and the crest lockdown is just too much.
Oh yeah, can't even fuzzy jump your way out of there. Adroth has yet to land a single hit while Maknchess just runs the game.
Yeah, and you can also see Adroth having no hits means he has no seals. Having no seals means he has no DP. He's going to have to spend the resource of some kind to escape pressure. Susanoo, that very momentum-based character, needs to get the first hit. Otherwise, he just doesn't have options, I don't think, to contest the set play. Block on the instant overhead, but with the RC, Maknchess keeps his turn and just does it a third time. Because why the hell not?
Oh yeah, perfect coming out from Maknchess. Would be kind of crazy of an upset if Adroth were to lose here, but I do believe that Adroth has it in him to hopefully get over this mountain of a matchup, especially when we got anti-air reactions like that.
Yeah, that was a hell of a conversion by Adroth. Unfortunately, not able to get an unlock, only tackle level 2, but this crush trigger throw is definitely going to make things a little bit easier, getting the Grand Viper. But Maknchess, sensing that the momentum is valuable, that Adroth not having DP is valuable, and choosing to burst.
Back to full screen against S. How do you make your way back in? Oh my god, the super jump moving from Adroth, managing to lock down Maknchess. And when you bait a DP as Susanoo, you're gonna goddamn feel it. Look at this combo, picking up the link after 60.
Bro,
yeah, you are
dead.
Giga.
Adroth with one hell of a DP punish, gonna make that round look like it never freaking happened. Holy crap. If there is one thing Susanoo has in this matchup, and there is something, it's that. It's damage. It's the ability to capitalize on hits once he gets the ball rolling, or if you're kind enough to DP in his face and let him block it. That's very helpful too. And Adroth, often referred to as Mr. Damage, he knows all the conversions, he does all the labbing, and he's able to get the spark hands unlocked, chucking the standing overhead. It's party time, and you're invited.
Oh yeah, if there's anyone who lives in Optimization Station Canada, it's definitely Adroth. It feels like every other week I see something new on his Twitter. A new clip to kill Rogan with, and now he's gonna get a clip on this S. Immediate death. Keep the combo simple. Definitely game 1 win.
Absolutely. By the way, make sure to clip cool things that you see in these streams and share them. Tell them with your friends. All the action right here, twitch.tv/BostonBlueBeat. That's twitch.tv/BostonBlueBeat.
Exactly. Well, you guys know how the algorithms work. We gotta push the short form content to these Zoomers so we can push the CF agenda. Come on.
So true.
That's a clip.
Imagine having a 24-second attention span, but not being able to block a 24-frame overhead.
That was me for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Thank God I don't use TikTok anymore.
Maknchess undeterred, gonna get right back to work. Able to just harass Susanoo with these enormous fireballs and buttons that S has at her disposal. Adroth not really able to get started, but has the Grand Viper unlocked. It's not... Of the neutral options that Susanoo has, it's pretty helpful as a burst option because it low profiles a lot of things. But in this matchup, not super helpful. About as helpful as getting hit by that overhead.
Ooh, what a baiter. That wasn't ready for the confirm. Grand Viper RC into the high, into another overhead. Maknchess opened up like a goddamn can right now.
Using the DP again is Maknchess. Does not want to hold any of this, but not able to get anything started even after the RC. Force the barrier, the crush trigger, barrier ticking away, put in danger state, and Adroth letting a second crush trigger rip. So smart.
I really like the addition of crush trigger within Adroth's offense because the natural reaction for a lot of players is, oh, let me just barrier block it. But when you've already been blocking Susanoo for so long, it really does just drain the shit out of your barrier gauge. So it only sets up another crush trigger to get in there. And now your response is, all right, well, why don't I just mash on it? And you want to justify mashing against Susanoo? Really just add to the structure pressure game. And I really love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've already seen what happens when you get counter hit by Susanoo. And the answer is nothing good.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, try to go for the fuzzy jump caller with the air throw. Matters not, though. Maknchess gets clipped on the ground. This should be a simple 2.7k combo. Nah, didn't have hedgehog just yet.
No, but you can look at all the unlocks he does have. Adroth with DP, Sand Kick, Spark Hands, and God Press.
This is easily a winning hand for Susanoo. Now you just got to get in again against S.
Yeah, and that's the power of bursting against these characters that don't really have the ability to contest you in the neutral. Contest the zoning. Adroth bursting, probably trying to overdrive through a DP, but not able to find it. And Maknchess gonna pop the install.
Ooh, nice little pickup after the install activation with the crest. I really like that. Maknchess.
Oh, the reset?
Character. And a reset too? Alright. She's gonna go into the red health bar. What's gonna be Oki game plan? You have the meter, so instant overhead is on the table. Instant overhead, there it is. DP bait. Oh my god, Maknchess inside Adroth's head right now. Will he find a kill? No, not if you drop it.
Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
No, not unless you drop it.
You gotta finish your plate. There's spaghetti all over the floor right now. The plates are almost empty.
On the clock. Maknchess just needs to play for time. Doesn't matter though. Still goes on the offensive. Still sends out the fireball. And still is surviving against Adroth.
Absolutely. Finding a way with the Percival of all things. Not generally favored by a lot of S players is that install that S has. It's called Percival. It makes all of her specials enhanced until the bar runs out, but was able to loop the enhanced Mordred and keep Adroth grounded and get the rescan that way.
Walk out of the corner from Adroth right there. And I even like that Bluebeat OTG pickup, but you gotta finish your food. These players are just not hungry enough for this win. Never mind, Adroth looking famished right now as he goes in for the deep dive on that air throw.
Yeah, you already know Adroth does not want to go to bed hungry, and Maknchess unfortunately going to eat 2 standing overheads in a row, and that is all she wrote.
Well played to both players. Electrifying set right there. Honestly, at some points, it looks like it could go either way, but Adroth keeping the consistency on this character.
Yeah, again, like, it's honestly something I don't know if we talked about enough, is that Susanoo is basically a mid dispenser that just happens to have multiple standing overheads that you really got to be able to react to. Otherwise, Susanoo is going to be able to crank out a lot more damage than you really want to let him have access to. And being able to just get started off 6C makes him so much scarier to block. And that's why I think Maknchess was so willing to DP in a lot of these spots, so willing to try and wiggle out, but because the hits were there on the side of Adroth, but unfortunately after that DP bait, I think Maknchess got a little gun shy and just let himself get hit. But if you're aired at you take those.
That's just me, I guess. That's just me, I guess. I'm just kind of...
I meant to say Adroth there.
I know.
But it is you too. Let's not lie to ourselves. It is you too.
Nah, I get the message. Even if it wasn't for me, I appreciate it very much. But that's not the point of what we got right now. We're not talking about me as a Ragnar player. We're talking about Play Guy right now. My better half, if you must, going against Don on the Moo 12.
You did not just call Play Guy your better half, actually. I'm going to call you out on that. What are you talking about?
All I'm saying is the Midwest needed a Ragnar player, so God took my essence and just moved it all over the
Bro, your partner just went 0-2, and now you're calling Play Guy your better half. I don't really know what to say about that. How could you?
The agenda is what... Maintaining the agenda is our top priority. You know this.
Boston's very own Aerodat, Jackie Littleman. Thankfully, he's not the one on the screen right now, or we'd be seeing a very different matchup.
Damn, that's it. That's crazy. That was fun.
And Don gonna try and turn it around with the backwards air throw. Oh, you're gonna get deleted.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge stutter. That's like 5.5k.
Ooh, my God. Ragnar just bleeding right now. No lifesteal is gonna save you from this combo.
Yeah, You're the character that can actually just delete you if she gets the right hits. And she's very good at hitting you if you don't want to block her. If you're Play Guy, though, you don't care and you let the DP rip.
Oh, yeah. He's hitting a ton of meter, and the threat of Gauntlet Hades RC was right there. That's why Play Guy went for the staggered low. Dawn gonna get opened up. Play Guy gonna take the round.
Absolutely. How does Ragnar do into this matchup? I imagine, setting out the Steins makes it a little bit difficult in neutral for Ragnar to sort of present those mid-range footsies options that he's so known for.
You said it, you hit the mark right on the head, but with that, Ragnar players have adapted and will go into the air all the time, because I think it's really underrated, Ragnar's air buttons. JC, JD, JA can control a lot of space in that kind of aerial mid-range more so. So I think that's where Ragnar really wants to be, just kind of moving around the signs and finding a way to counter poke or get a jump in. But Don gonna say no to Play Guy's jumping right there. Gonna get a combo right here with some corner carry to boot.
Yep, and that's how matchups work. You watch the character adapt, and you adapt, and you gap, and you bait the DP. Play Guy got a little bit too antsy. Probably gonna just let this one go. Not gonna try and hero his way out of it with a burst. Gonna carry 98 meters to the grave as Don makes it one apiece.
Whoa! Just 5B round start? Sometimes it really is that simple. But that's all you're going to need. Just get the offense started, get a quick combo, almost 4K. Just let the overhead rip. Oh my God. Another overhead too.
Yeah, Don unfortunately getting caught by that 60 JD. This sort of got hit high, I believe, and the meaty throw into the overdrive is going to seal it for Play Guy with a perfect straight into Devoured by Darkness. Kill the white woman, as they say.
White woman detected, Devoured by Darkness activated. You love to see it.
And just like that, Play Guy going to turn the lights out on that game.
All right, no character swap from Dawn thus far. It looks like we're not going to see the Relius tonight, fully committing to the Moo, at least for winner side bracket. And this is, I think, a top 8 qualifier, if not already top 8. So
this is top 8.
All right, this is top 8. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is for the chicken nugget money, which is why I'm sort of surprised to not see Don on his main. It's a bit of the elephant in the room sometimes when he enters these brackets. And when there's lots of money on the line, he'll lock in. But I actually know this because I saw him do it to me one time. He will actually spin a wheel and pick the character it lands on. I'm not joking.
That's one way to spice up your net play bracket night. I respect it.
Oh yeah, Play Guy's dead, by the way. A round happened while I was explaining that Play Guy just got deleted by Mu6B. just got caught a couple of times, and Ragna with so little health, and Mew with so high damage. Very high damage for a character hover archetype, and a character hover archetype that has a DP on top of that.
Not actually the best DP though, but it's all balanced out by the fact that, like, yeah, if I touch you on the right hit, I just kill you. And a 10k health character like Ragna, that's not where you want to be. But hey, where you want to be is right here at that mid range, kind of just boxing out Mew right now, finding a counter poke on the air and just doing jab pressure, hopefully looking for Dawn to mess up, and mess up he does. That's what we like to see. Not gonna do a lot of damage, but will just get into another knockdown and restart the pressure.
You're absolutely right. That was some clean-ass offense from Playguy, and it's going to continue with the DP bait, like you said.
We out here hit stop OSing. You know how it is.
No blocking in sight on the side of Dawn. Purple throw attempt looking for the TRM. Dawn not going to give it up. These air-to-air chases have been working out so well for Playguy, able to just trap Dawn in the corner with the 6A. Dawn finally going to burst as he gets the corner. You just took 4.5k, by the way. I don't know if you missed it. It happened a little fast.
Hey, sometimes when you play Ragna, you have to accept that rounds are just gonna be like that. Not everything can work out in your favor. Sometimes you do just get deleted, and sometimes you gotta burst the opponent into the corner in such a weird mix. And sometimes you just can't block over it, but it doesn't matter. Oh no, here we go.
Gauntlet Hades RC. Playguy knows if there's a will, there's a way, and with Gauntlet Hades, there's always a way. No DP on the side of Dawn, but the counter is so easy.
What an amazing bait on that counter, though. Using the fact that I still have my jump save from the Gauntlet Hades RC. Wow, Playguy awake and aware.
Absolutely textbook play from the strongest Ragna in the Western Hemisphere. Gonna eliminate Dawn from the winner's side bracket, take down the Mew like it was nothing. And with that, Playguy has put himself in prime position to close in on that chicken nugget money.
Yeah, goddamn, already in winners finals, and we're not even an hour into the stream. Would you look at that?
Wow, it has only been 55 minutes, and we started late. We're kind of rolling
right now. Let's see what we got. Excalibur Blades versus Adroth, I believe, will be our next set. Meanwhile, in losers, Ryder went down to Deltrarunner, who I think is currently on Izanami. Maybe could have brought out the Lambda for the Azure matchup. Who knows? So it will be Master CJ versus Deltrarunner for the first side of losers, top 8. Maknchess on safe on head, WarioCuckedMe versus walbats to see who will qualify for the other side of top 8 on the loser side.
Yeah, good shit to Deltrarunner taking down Ryder. Ryder, with some very, very strong performances in TMN under his belt. I believe a win as well, one bracket win, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, and Deltrarunner in the midst of a character swap right now, giving up the Lambda, choosing to play the Izanami. I like the character, and I think Deltrarunner will do a very good job with her. So I'm really excited to see them on stream in this top 8. But on the other side, XCal has awoken from his slumber, disposing of WarioCuckedMe. Not too well. It was 2-1. He did drop a game to WarioCuckedMe. Let's give credit where credit is due. Taking a game off XCal is no easy task, but unfortunately for Adroth, he has to take 2. And yeah,
I'm not playing a game of chicken right now on the character select.
I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh my gosh, he actually went Susanoo.
Susanoo into Rachel? Now, I don't want to be biased and like start dooming on comms, but Susanoo into Rachel, my guy?
This matchup is terrible. In fairness,
XCal playing abysmal dog shit.
Yeah, it's Susanoo's worst matchup by far. What Adroth is counting on is the fact that XCal picked this character up like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and is just going to try and out-matchup experience the very difficult matchup, and you can already see why it's so freaking difficult.
Gotta move against a character who could really just control your own movement with her win stock, and Susanoo already kind of limited in their own movement. So I can't really see the vision here. Especially, I can't see the vision on these delay attacks because they're getting caught every single time.
Yeah, Rachel is just one of those choose-your-own-adventure characters that can do whatever she wants. Has a way to loot unreactable offense with her Wind JA, has very strong neutral, very strong buttons, incredibly high damage. Able to match Susanoo, I think, and then some.
Now you have the Sisyphean task of taking down this life lead that Gal has on Rachel of all characters, sitting on every resource in the book. OD, Active Flow, a full stick of meter. Oh my god, what amazing defense right there, leading to a 5B anti-air. XCal looking primed to take this set, even on not their own main.
Yeah, Adroth tried to take a page out of Play Guy's book with a walk up, stand there, throw, but I don't think he waited long enough. I think that was the issue. And blocking the quadruple overhead, but unfortunately mashing into Sword Iris. That's plus 38, by the way.
Yuck. Nasty. All right, run your way in there, doing some jab pressure. That jab is plus, because that thing right there has damn near no recovery. Oh my god, you got clipped on the EA? Unfortunate.
Yeah, if you saw there, it looked like XCal, I think, used the wing to push himself forward when he did the EA and gave the move more range. Smart use of the resource coming out from XCal, demonstrating his game knowledge to a very, very high degree.
And so far, Adroth actually managing to block out a Rachel string. If you ask me, the main strategy against Rachel on defense is block high, try, and react low. Emphasis on try.
Yeah, the overhead is just so incredibly difficult to block because it is unreactable. XCal gonna chuck the chair on the overdrive pop from Adroth, and that is gonna be the end of the first game. That guard point from Rachel is her only reversal, but with Win, she can convert it into a really obnoxious amount of damage, if I say so.
Yeah, reversal damage in this game is like something else you can't really understate. There are some characters who don't get much off their reversal, then there are some characters like Rachel who get a lot.
Yeah, on top of the damage, which is very much going to be bolstered if she has meter and she's able to deploy Ivy Blossom. I remembered. It's the bat. It's the poison damage. And then she does the lightning super. That's a super I don't remember the name of, unfortunately. And it just deletes your health bar. Character actually outputs metric tons of damage, and she can get that off a reversal. And I'm not surprised to see this counter pick.
Yeah, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. Sometimes when top tiers are presented to you, you gotta become a top tier yourself, coming out with the Izuyo. And I know their Izuyo is real, because they also posted dumb clips of Izuyo on Twitter.
Oh, you saw it too?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually crazy.
But let's see, will it be enough to go against XCal? Let's see.
I don't know. I already have my doubts. Stream can't see it, but Adroth equipped a custom skin, which is Beatrix from Grand Blue. So
oh God, it is
no
Beatrix.
bias tomato, no bias tomato right here on Boston Blue Beat. But already Adroth showing why Izayoi is the much more equipped character for this matchup, able to move in neutral, able to contest the zoning of Rachel and get a word in edgewise, if you will.
There goes George, and George is sniped down for the count.
Yeah, I was surprised that actually killed George. Izayoi not really known for being a high damage character.
Alright, I really like how Adroth is structuring pressure right now. Just doing a lot of rebeats, kind of goading XCal into doing the catch here.
Yeah, that's definitely what he's going to be looking for. Trying to DP on the cat share, but it's so slow that it just wins. Adroth getting clipped by George on Wake Up. This is looking very grim. Has full stocks though, and 50 meter. We could see a Wake Up DP. We could see a Wake Up super.
Is that dead? Oh my God.
Oh, thankfully. It almost was. We might see that one on Will It Kill next month there at that.
True. Clip it and ship it, baby. Send that to Sajam.
I don't even want to speak about that interaction. So we're going to move on.
When it comes to things like that, you just got to repeat the age-old mantra. This is the game we play.
I thought you were about to say, this game might be ass.
Oh, well, yeah. I also say that.
Yeah, I think that's the mantra. Yeah, unfortunately.
The game might be garbage. Parentheses lovingly.
Oh, so true. We wouldn't be commentating it if it wasn't the best fighting game on the fucking planet.
So true and so real.
Adroth now finally getting a chance to play the best fighting game on the planet, deploying the unreactable offense of his own. Getting the TRM out on the side of XCal. Unable to convert, though. A little bit messy, I think, is the offense from Adroth. Not quite able to get the conversions that he's looking for. And XCal gonna punish the wake up super. Just barely escapes the hitbox. It's as big as it looks. But it doesn't matter. You're dead. That's set.
Giga dead.
You're actually just dead. 50 meter in overdrive? Surely you're dead. Does XCal...
Oh, XCal wants you dead. Look at that damage. I know it says 4.6.
No.
More like 4.5.
XCal not able to find the kill, unfortunately. Maybe just the inexperience factor. I thought it was 100% dead there. I could be wrong, though. Because it's not very often you see people actually DP Rachel. It's not very often you see people bait it. Most people die just like that. Running their face into the
post-mortem shock. Did you see that on the other side of the stage? that was kind of gruesome.
Hey, you gotta let your homie get his licks in too.
I guess so. Jesus.
No, for sure. Yeah, XCal. Unfortunately, the counter pick not working out for Adroth. The Rachel closing out the set 2-0 on the side of XCal, and he will be taking on Play Guy in winners finals.
All right, that's going to be an interesting set. But speaking of
interesting set, I think it'll be a little bit more than interesting. I believe in Play Guy to gap, but no bias tomato. No bias tomato must be realistic.
Okay, well, I'll buy it because I'm a Ragnar player. Ragnar's going to gap the fuck out of that easy way. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about our loser side top 8, which is now solidified. Master CJ versus Deltrarunner and Maknchess versus WarioCuckedMe.
There you go. Put some respect on his name. I've been saying.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, Maknchess closing it out against Unsafe on hit, and WarioCuckedMe unfortunately eliminating walbats. I will always be a fan. If walbats has no fans, I am dead. But WarioCuckedMe able to come out on top this time with the 2-0. I heard HAKUMEN. Who are we watching?
Whoa. I thought this was Master C. Did someone invade the room?
I think so. Wait,
who sniped the room?
This is not Master CJ. Hang on.
Wait. Secret Thug Finals? Did we just get a secret encounter? Who is this guy?
Hold
on, wait. Play it out. Hold up. Fire?
Fire doesn't have a HAKUMEN.
No, you know that meme of like Rob TV? Hold up. His writing is this fire?
Oh, it's that. I don't actually know what's happening.
Wait, this guy could be stacked. 3K player matches? Hold on.
Let me let production know real quick.
Let them know, but I'm here for the chaos. Ooh, and they're on the Justice color. Commentating the random encounter. Hold on. I did not expect this in my BBO tonight. Let's see.
Dude, I don't.
We could do 3C. What's Deltrarunner gonna do? Ah, there it is. Alright, air confirm. Deltrarunner got in with throw. He gets a nice confirm there. Alright, already some improvement from the last time I've seen Deltrarunner 2 years ago. He had the throw combo down, but it's kind of running out. HAKUMEN right now. I mean, why wouldn't you? You got Recage up. Caught the jump attempt. Throw one more time. What's combo looking like? Can we kill from here? No, not just yet. We ain't got no OD. We do have super though. If Deltrarunner wants to spend. Hey, why'd you drop? Does it matter though? Oh no, it did matter. As HAKUMEN gets to mash 2B on wake up into a confirm. Super on wake up. Hey, we out here mashing this shit.
Sorry, I was gonna cut you off. I know you were locked in, but unfortunately, we cannot let this one slide.
Nah, I would have. I get it though. We're on a tight schedule tonight. Anyways, though, shout out to that random HAKUMEN player for being a random countering and almost sniping Deltrarunner right there. How did they get the link though? That's my question. Or was the room public?
I have no. I'm not gonna pretend I know what happened, honestly. But that was definitely not Master CJ.
The hidden Master CJ ult. See, if we were allowed to have fun around here, we would have. I wanted to put predictions up on the Twitch chat for that set.
That's crazy.
Guess not. Guess not.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Yeah, he went in the chat and said, "That's not me." Yeah, I heard the announcer say HAKUMEN because I was tabbed out looking at the bracket, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, unfortunately, somebody sniped the lobby, so we're gonna have to get.
I just want to know how. It's usually a private lobby. Like, did someone in the server just like go like, "Yo, I could do something real hilarious right now"?
That's possible. XCal did that one time. He didn't actually start a game.
Of course. All right, let's try and get back in this room. A little bit of sideshow right there, but ain't nothing much. Ain't nothing much. While you guys are here and while we have, just breaking the action, I didn't know Deadwood and Aerodat were twins. Why is that? Oh, I just noticed that. On stream, my @ is Deadwood's @.
So true. That is unfortunately the wrong Twitter handle. I'm gonna go ahead and put your @ real quick in the Twitch chat. @Aerodat_ is where you can find him on Twitter. Boston's very own Ragna, the Blood Edge player. I think
your local mid-level protagonist player. You know how it is.
So true. Really, I don't know. The jokes write themselves. But I will, in fact, lay off for the one time.
Yeah, whatever. Catch me at the monthly, though. Hopefully this time I don't tilt against 9 and lose and reverse sweep.
Nah, it's good. We'll first 10 for $1, and we'll settle it there.
True!
Also, don't forget to go on auto pass.
Oh, yeah.
Very important. So, Dalek?
What? Mods, get this Carl player out of my chat. I can accept the HAKUMEN player, but Carl players, no. We are prejudiced against Carl players here.
Let me add him to my bad player list real quick. It's all right.
True, he deserves playing Carl.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the action. Deltrarunner versus Master CJ, and this is Master CJ this time.
Yeah, we've got the real Master CJ. We've got no more imposters here. So Delic.
Talk about stream snipe.
All right. Anyway, the matchup we were supposed to see 5 minutes ago. Apologies for the incident, gamers, but we are back with the losers top 8 action in our Boston Blue BBB Online bracket for blazbluecentralfiction.
And what's gonna be around start? Both players just want to use some movement to kind of gauge the situation. Wow. I have not seen that Izanami normal in so long. I forgot what input it is. J2C?
I don't know what it is. It's sort of the super ultra mega scramble. I don't know what side they're on air button, but they're making it work. Unfortunately, they're going to be out their burst really early though, but Master CJ is also out their burst now, so there's going to be no overdrive on either side. No music change for the side of Master CJ. Come in.
All right. Looks like we're going into
Wake
super
up, Super. You're not dead, I don't believe, but it's going to be very close. Master CJ on the ropes, only 2 nails to his name. Delta popping ribcage to try and finish him off. Did that hit cross? That hit cross! What the hell?
Clip it and ship it, baby. I don't fucking know. Clip it and ship it, baby.
This game might be ass.
This game might be garbage. Once again, lovingly.
Lovingly. I know Delta is loving life after closing out that round with the ribcage and the very, very normal Izanami interaction. Counter hit 5B, picking up right where they left off is Deltrarunner. But Master CJ's burst now coming back.
Ooh, that low into high that Izanami has. Such a deadly mix-up tool.
Deltrarunner converting straight into the super, by the way, to shed the ribcage and avoid putting themselves in danger state, but gets caught. Master CJ going for the purple? Or maybe an input error of some kind, I'm not sure. But Delta was ready with the tech, so I guess we'll never know. But not ready for the block on the 5C, and now Master CJ has a chance.
We are like 10 for 10 on 5.
Grab,
on stream tonight. Wow.
And Master CJ going to make it tit for tat with the command grab RC.
Ooh, go to a match with them. Got to get the conversion they wanted.
That was a clean-ass instant block on the slide, by the way. Master CJ able to get a punish. Crush Trigger running up for the command grab. Deltrarunner just getting run over. Another one.
Is this what they call strike throw?
I strike, therefore I throw.
You are scared of the strike, thus I will throw. If you are scared of the throw, I will simply strike more.
That is the name of the game. Bang, definitely an honest strike throw character. It's okay.
Yeah, honest.
Kobe's not here. Kobe's not here. Someone has to downplay Bang for him.
Someone has to push the Bang low tier agenda.
Master CJ resetting into the taco kick, earning the burst from Deltrarunner, gonna fire right back with his own to keep the corner. Really loving that. And I guess against Izanami, I can't really blame him.
Corner push, pop ribcage in neutral. Now, is the neutral yours? Not just yet. But slide it into the DMs, Izanami will, and find a knockdown, she does. Or not if you drop it.
Yeah, really unfortunate drop. Even more unfortunate now on the side of Deltrarunner, cornering themselves. Master CJ gonna get in with the D-nail. So many more nails left to spend. And the conversion not there for Deltrarunner, but the counter hit 2D is... That button is all kinds of fucked up. 10 frames, huge range, low profiles, the entire game, and Soul 2D from Plus R.
So true. You put those buttons on the same screen, Izanami 2B probably still going underneath it.
Yeah. And that's after it was nerfed once already. That button used to be even more busted.
Oh boy, CF1 was quite the game. But that's not the game we're playing right now. The game we're playing right now is Master CJ's game. And they do this really optimal confirm to set up the nail into mix.
Yeah, and I love this bumper dash Oki that Master CJ is setting up. Spending, I believe it's only one nail to put out a bumper, but getting access to those dashes and is able to reset the pressure, able to get some really unique high-low mix-ups and finish off Deltrarunner with the mental stat 5C. If it ain't broke,
you don't need to fix it. That's for sure.
Yeah, they call it the can opener, not the can't opener.
That was kind of a banger. I can't even lie. I like that one. That was kind of a banger. Ooh, having not seen Izanami use that move in a while. Those tracking bits. Not that they're gonna find their mark on Bang as he's simply too fast. Just ninja things, as they say.
Yeah, still not without use, even in a matchup like this, to force Bang to reposition and maybe put him in a position that he may not like as much. But I know this is a position that Master CJ likes much.
Over 7 ticks of OD to their name, and a pop ribcage in neutral, hopefully vying for some presence in the neutral.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. Burst going to come back just in time, potentially looking for the super, not in time. Deltrarunner with just a sliver of health, going to have to find the comeback, but the command grab is there on the side of Master CJ. And that will be the end of the road for Deltrarunner tonight. Eliminated in 7th place, and Master CJ will go on to losers quarters to take on Adroth.
Yeah, really well played to Master CJ right there, but also very well played to Deltrarunner. I respect the commitment to Izanami. As we noted earlier, it is a work in progress, but, you know, I think it always takes like an amount of courage to really commit to a new character, especially in tournament, where it's always in the back of your head like, oh, if I was on my main right now, I'd cook. But no, you wanna learn this new character, you wanna get the fundamentals down. You gotta get washed to get clean, as they say.
So fucking true. And there's even more to it in a game like this as well, where every character is so complicated and has so many unique mechanics. You really feel like you're learning the game from the ground up a second time because the toolkits are just that unique. And on top of that, you're going from Lambda, who's one of the simplest characters in the game, to Izanami, who is not only one of the most complex characters in the game with that unique resource of barrier that she has to manage, but also one of the most executionally difficult in the game. This float pressure that lets her be plus on block and loop 50-50s and do all of the other really, really grimy things that Izanami does. That's hard. It's very difficult. There's a reason why not many players have the courage to play the top tiers or to play Izanami in particular in this game. So you got to hand it to Deltrarunner for being willing to take the plunge.
Oh, for sure. But speaking more on that, Izanami, despite being the more execution-heavy characters in the game, it is definitely a character that rewards you for your dedication. Because, my God, Izanami can turn this game into a one-player game. And speaking of one-player games, both of these characters can really enable that type of game plan. Ash with just her huge normals, amazing frame data, and amazing specials. And Valkyrie with endless upon endless wolf mixture.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you were fortunate enough to have watched Monarch play Jonah in EVO 2023, I believe it was. Yeah, EVO 2023, Monarch and Jonah was grand finals. You may already know a little bit about how this matchup goes, but it's very much a whoever gets the first win, whoever gets the first hit wins. And Maknchess knowing that bursting right away. S's DP is so slow, it becomes very difficult to utilize effectively to escape the pressure of Valkyrie.
Yeah, Maknchess doing the immediate burst does not want to deal with anything of Valkyrie's nonsense. And WarioCuckedMe returning the same message. Oh my god!
Bro, you wanted that CRM so bad.
Trying to go for the Twitter clip right there, bruh. I mean, I get it.
And there's that DP getting baited. Just like I said, Adroth, it's so important that you get that first hit. Maknchess not able to find it, eating 4K and more.
Ooh. From the top rope with that JC.
Ow!
Link into 5B for another relaunch.
And then you do it again. Because you're Maknchess.
Maknchess unfazed by that really cool combo as they just let the DP rip one more time. Wolf cannon your way in there, do some lows, get the round.
Yeah, that is the name of the game for WarioCuckedMe. If you notice, by the way, he did a super at the end of that long combo, not to cash out for a kill, but to give the Wolf meter more time to regenerate and to give him the tools that he needed to take that first round. And he's picking up right where he left off, Adroth. We might be seeing the same movie again.
Backing off, looking for a DP one more time, maybe even a mash to hopefully
win.
If there's anyone who can definitely get in and out of S's range really quickly, it's Valkyrie with the Wolf Cannon movement.
Dude, if he'd checked that fireball, I would have screamed so loud.
I know. Ooh, nice little crouch confirm here. Gonna get the crest confirm one more time with the install into Percival. Oh my god. Speaking of cool combo, Maknchess firing back on all cylinders.
WarioCuckedMe does not get reset though. Able to dodge the gimmick, able to bait a second DP, dropping the punish though, but is still very much in control of this game, getting under with the command jump.
Alright, simply just running in there, doing your 5B, 5C string. Maknchess gonna take this round, but 0 ticks of burst to their name.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Maknchess had to spend that very valuable resource to make that round win happen, and now, without it, you're in a very tough position because you won't get it for a while. You may potentially not even get one for the round. Nice side swap by WarioCuckedMe, and the DP bait once again.
Alright, never mind. I do gotta put respect on a dude who got cooked by Wario, because these combos and pressure is looking clean as hell. With OD and the resources at hand, this should be the kill.
Very, very commanding round from WarioCuckedMe. Only taking chip damage that round, gonna make it 1-0.
Nice little hood, perfect right there. Valkyrie players are coming out of nowhere to show up.
I mean, it kind of is just WarioCuckedMe.
That's where we had another one. If it is just WarioCuckedMe, that makes that shit even cooler, if you ask me.
There are not a lot of Valkyrie players. There might be a couple more. And you'll have to forgive me if we're talking about you and I can't remember your names and you happen to be watching the stream. Hello?
Ooh, 6A.
But yeah, WarioCuckedMe putting on a show for the Valkenheim players. I know y'all are going to be eating good, putting on a clinic. Unfortunate Whiff, though, going to get clipped by the enhanced Mordred, and Maknchess going to get the chance to play that he's been looking for so long.
Ooh, ho, ho. Speaking of overcomplicated offense, sometimes just an overhead is all you need. 6A gonna do that work for Maknchess right there, force the burst of the WarioCuckedMe, and apparently gonna make him drop the combo.
Counter assault out from WarioCuckedMe to try and stabilize the situation. Plenty of Wolf meter to work with.
Alright, now just moving around, looking for anything neutral.
Yeah, the way that WarioCuckedMe is using this Wolf run to just flit in and out of S's range is so clever, but unfortunately getting caught with the purple, that's going to be push-ups and the counter assault bait. No punish. You better not. Okay.
It's flop fest right now here at BBB. We got a purple with those Shades of CEO 2024 as Maknchess takes that round.
Don't speak his name into that. There's a reason we don't mention the master of the purple throw. Maknchess though with a clutch-ass I-80 JD out of the corner. He says, I don't care how I get my wins. A dub is a dub, and if you're not blocking this cross-up, then sucks for you.
Maknchess is going to take this game right now. Not if WarioCuckedMe just runs underneath the fireball, no care in the world, and gets a whiff punish on a 2-on-4C. Very hard to do because of the late active frames on that move.
Yeah, WarioCuckedMe not gonna get stuffed by that Mordred a second time, finding the hit. Unfortunately, not.
Trying to bait this DP so bad, gives a lot of room to WarioCuckedMe to suddenly return back to neutral.
DPRC instant overhead. Wario blocked it, but wasn't able to find the punish. Anything will do it, and chucks the shoulder tackle for the W.
All right.
WarioCuckedMe staying composed, finding the hit that he needed to close out the round, and is going to put himself on set point. Maknchess on his tournament life, but Mordred once again still proving to be difficult.
And once again, there's that 2-1-4C. WarioCuckedMe try to go for the whip punish down one more time, but the active frames on that are just so much. And speaking of so much, we got all this pressure right now. Looking left, right, up, down, all around. Got you looking stupid as Maknchess takes it to the corner.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Konami code does not do anything in this game. WarioCuckedMe, though, does not need the Konami code. He's already cheating with these conversions. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize all the way. Maknchess not able to finish the combo, though. Doesn't matter, able to scrap it together. WarioCuckedMe tried to wiggle his way out of a couple of these scrambles and just kept on eating the hits. And that's something that S is very good at, is she can stabilize a scramble very effectively with a strong, fast button with a big X.
Oh yeah, and in scramble situations, that's like the perfect thing you could wish for. Hell, I would pray for something like Ragnar. Well, I have 5B. Hold on, let me stop.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. S fortunate enough to have a Ragnar 5B level normal for every situation, and this is not a good situation for Wario spending the burst on the DRM.
Definitely looking to just steal the momentum from this round. Just wants to force the burst out of Maknchess as well, so both players are on even ground. Now it's all about who gets that first knockdown.
Here's that Wolf 3C. WarioCuckedMe, though, sacrificing pressure, does not want to get DPRC'd, especially not when you're in Wolf form when you can't block. That does make baiting DPs a little bit more difficult, especially when your S and everything you do is humongous.
She is swinging that big-ass sword, and she is swinging it hard. Oh my god. Not a lot of damage on that combo, but will set up the instant over at JC to give Maknchess a round.
JC, RC, JC, there is nothing you can do about it. If you get hit, you're dead. If you block it, she is plus. And Maknchess gonna add a +1 to his round count, putting himself on set point this time.
And my god, the movement from WarioCuckedMe right now, almost weaving in and out of Maknchess' effective range. But because of Valkenheim just not exactly getting the best damage or conversions, it feels like it doesn't matter too much, especially when you get...
Oh no!
Oh my god, once again, the ghost of CEO 2024 coming back to haunt WarioCuckedMe, and that boy wasn't even there. Maknchess was, though.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot he got third at this tournament. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maknchess gonna put a couple of exclamation points, if you will, on the end of that set, taking it 2-1 over WarioCuckedMe and eliminating the Valkenheim at 7th place. Not for lack of trying.
Electrifying set. So many scramble situations that S just came out on top of. But when Valkenheim got going, it felt like S couldn't play the damn game.
100% right. Yeah, Valkenheim is the character that makes you not play the game. Unfortunately for S, for Valkenheim rather, the only state that S really isn't playing the game is when she's blocking. And even then, like, she has a DP. So it's just so difficult to really put the character in a situation where you can finally go, all right, this is exactly where I want the character to be. I'm comfortable. Especially because if the DP is enhanced, she can convert it. If it has RC, she can convert it. And the win condition is just so strong.
Yeah, and you saw WarioCuckedMe was very wary of that. A lot of the time on Oki, just kind of wolf cannoning your way in, wolf cannon your way out, because they didn't want Maknchess to just let the DP rip. Don't want to lose momentum. But then you got to realize, because you're in wolf form, you got to clear the DP. You can't just block it. You can't block in wolf form. And now Maknchess noticed that and we're like, oh cool, we're back to neutral. That's where I reign supreme. And I think that's what led to a lot more of those scramble situations.
Yeah, the DPs were definitely coming out in spades early on, and that's why WarioCuckedMe was able to have such a commanding Game 1 win. But after that, Maknchess put the brakes on a little bit and was a little bit more reserved in the neutral. Well, not so much in the neutral, was still chucking Mordred like nobody's business. But sometimes not DPing is exactly what you need in the first to two, which is very...
3 Ragnar avatars in this room, and they're all surrounding you.
Well, that's not very fair. There's only 3 of them.
You got to become a Blood Edge, bro.
No.
In fact, doesn't also Deltrarunner have a Ragnar avatar? Because I think no, it's going to be Adroth coming in.
Adroth, where is... And is this Adroth in the room with us now?
No. Like, actually, no. Like, there's no joke here. He's just not. We need him in the room right now. That's what we need.
Yeah, Master CJ. No imposter issues this time, thankfully.
Hopefully. So I'm down to commentate that just like how I did last time.
Look, I know you be fiending, but like, unfortunately,
man, I'm an RPG fan. I love me some random encounters.
But, oh my gosh, I forgot you were there. The one time that Excal randomly joined the room.
Yes.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, Excalibur Blades is playing in this next match, and I was like, bro, he's not in the bracket.
See, that's like the random level 80 encounter you just find in like a level 7 zone. Just like, what the hell is Excal doing here? All right, but none of that. We will have, you know, our MSQ, as they say, as bracket goes on. Master CJ versus Adroth. Oh my god, I almost had my own tag.
You almost did the exact same thing I did. Look, Ragnar, Susanoo, standing overhead machines. It's all the same to me. Can I say that?
For real.
I don't know if I can say that. So we're just going to gloss over it and get into this last losers quarters final match. We've got Bang and Susanoo. If you've seen Kobe, if you've seen Ice School, you know how this matchup goes.
Oh, yeah. Those two.
It's actually pretty even.
You think it's even?
I didn't say all that. I said it was pretty even.
Ah, okay. If you ask me, I think it's slightly Bang favored.
Oh yeah, it's definitely slightly Bang favored just because the mix is there, the Oki is there, the neutral is there, and the comeback potential is there. But
yeah, if there's anyone who can snowball as hard as Susanoo, it's definitely Bang.
100%. Adroth, though, able to get the DP unlocked, though. That's going to make snowballing a lot harder, as is the spending of the burst on Master CJ and Adroth punishing the drive. I think they're dead here. No, not quite.
Alright, Adroth gonna take that first round. Not too many scrapes, not too many scrapes.
That was very commanding. We were talking about how the matchup is Bang favored, and then Adroth comes in and was like, are you sure about that?
Yeah. Oh no, big CJ.
Naturally, Master CJ going to be looking to set up that 5C on the backs of all these other options that Bang has. Taco Kick going to get blown up by the DP, though. It's humongous. Even bigger, I think, than STP. Somehow. That thing is humongous.
Alright, set under pressure right now. Just kind of boxing out. Hey, there's a Grand Viper. It's RC high.
Yeah, Master CJ was looking for that. Tried to mash drive, and unfortunately got counter hit. The gap is not big enough for Bang to press drive there. Unfortunately, no kill, no confirm on the 3C, but the spin is going to take it. Adroth locking up a very commanding game one. I think he got hit like 3 times. Not like 3 combos, 3 hits.
Yep. That's the mark of a character master. Adroth put in so much work. Let's see what Master CJ wants to do, and it looks
Ain't
like...
no way!
Oh? Is that your response then? I see.
Hang on. Oh? Does Master CJ have a secret new 13?
I don't believe so. This seems like a desperation pick to me, but I'm gonna let bro cook.
I don't know. He got level 30 on ranks, which means he at least put time into the character. It does take a while to do that.
True.
Yeah, there's the insta-burst. That's going to work a lot. That's going to work a lot more on New, because New is the kind of character, obviously, that wants to put you full screen, wants to harass you with the projectiles. But Adroth chasing Master CJ down with a very good air movement from Susanoo, and this is going to hurt bad.
My god. Even without, like, very many seals, it's still doing a lot. Bordering on 4K.
Yeah, block on the 60, the latest RC I've ever seen. And Master CJ getting caught pressing at the wrong time.
The latest of RCs. God damn, that motherfucker is not getting attendance for today.
Yeah, unfortunately not getting attendance for that throw tech is Adroth. Master CJ gonna find it. A tick grab off of the Luminous Slave, and there's a second one. Adroth, you gotta wake up, brother.
Letting the zoner strike throw you? For shame. But Adroth got the health to play with. So thus far, just want to take the hits, but not a lot of health. Slowly but surely reaching red health.
Yeah, I don't know. The issue is that when you don't have DP, okay, that's going to become a non-issue really quick. No, Adroth choosing not to unlock it. Going to try and get it on the next interaction, but a fantastic overdrive from Master CJ, but he's late.
What awareness to just super on the OD. That was kind of crazy. Gonna set up the fuzzy? Nah, doesn't go for it.
That super, by the way, would have blown through everything that wasn't Calamity Sword. So if Master CJ didn't want to spend the 50 meter, and Adroth was gonna get the hit if Master CJ did anything else but that or block. And there's the defensive overdrive down the side of Adroth.
Ooh, caught the back.
Catching the back. And that is going to be it. The desperation pick not working out. And Master CJ closing the game. He knows he's beat.
It happens to us all, friend. It happens to us all. We will see you next week, though. Don't worry. Chin up.
That we will. We will definitely see him next week. Master CJ, I don't actually remember when he picked up this game, but I don't think he's like missed more than like 2 brackets since he started playing this game. It's kind of crazy how consistently he's been playing.
We got grinders, man. Even if this game is bordering on a decade old, we still have people grinding it out and hoping to become the best.
Absolutely. Good shit to Master CJ locking up the 5th place finish? The 7th place finish.
Yep.
No, the 5th place finish. I can count. I promise. This is why I play Kagura. Speaking of numbers, let's make some numbers go up. How about that match arena?
True. Chat, you want to know how to be the best? You can claim those match arenas. Get these. You're giving me entertainment every Monday. I think they deserve a little bit of competition. Claim those match arenas.
Absolutely. The unfortunate thing about a game like this is it's like a second job. And you know, if they're grinding CF, they unfortunately don't have time to grind money in real life. That's the thing about this new wave of BlazBlue players, myself included. We're all fucking unemployed.
So true and so real. The unemployment buff is kind of crazy for a game like this.
That it is. And if you're going to talk about that, let's talk about the other games you run at Boston Blue Beat. You're telling me under night in-birth players go outside?
Yes, actually. I think there's like an inverse relationship between CF players and under night players, where under night players are definitely employed.
My bad. I was definitely like, I don't know the under night scene like that, so they might just do that. But yeah, under night on Wednesday, plus R on Tuesday. But BlazBlue is the game that gathers us right here on Monday nights, twitch.tv/Boston Blue Beat 8/7 Central. We're gonna get into, oh my gosh, I saw Dawn and thought we were in winner's side, but no, this is loser's side.
Yeah, Plague, I put your boy Don in the loser, so now has to fight for a chance to get the rematch.
The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1.
But Maknchess so far is going on a tear with their very volatile and crazy ass. But hey, it's working, it's working.
Yeah, I can only imagine the things that Don will say to himself if he gets purple thrown. Gonna try his damnedest to avoid that huge fatal 6C. Maknchess recognizing that the damage was gonna be adding up. What a conversion off of Mordred, though.
That was a really nice conversion. Nox is going to land a knockdown, but it will be good enough just for tacking on some damage and keeping up the pressure.
Yeah, pushing Don into the corner, getting the tick throw and the 6C whiff. I want to say that was a DP, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't really say without looking at the input reader.
What the hell was that JC hitbox? What?
Yeah, that hit same side. Don't worry about it. Weird things happen when Mew12 is on the screen.
Oh my god. All right. Don, I'm going to let you cook, but you got to explain that to me later.
Yeah, Maknchess, though, unfortunately for Don, is not going to let him cook. That is going to be an easy kill RC into the 6C for the wall splat into the super.
All right, not something one would expect if you looked at purely the results of these two. Maknchess taking the first round could potentially lead to a big upset here if they get the entire set win.
Yeah, very much good. We might also see the Relius come out, but for now, Don has got to try and make this work. You do not want to drop a game against anybody. Like, that's the thing. If you can win one, you can win two. And a player like Maknchess, you absolutely do not want to let them win one.
Just gonna run with that momentum and steal the entire set. Speaking of running in, run in 2B to get this confirmed. That's what we like to see. But you're gonna drop it? You gonna do me like that? Come on.
Yeah, Maknchess, unfortunately, I mean, not the most shining example of fundamentals, but still able to get the whiff punish on that new 6C. And doing actually very well, I think, in this Fireball war. Yu with some very unconventional zoning options, unfortunately, has also some very, very good buttons in the scramble. But Maknchess with the I-80JC gonna out-scramble, is what I would say.
Stop fudgy jumping, little bro. I got you. Uh-oh. Speaking of getting him, 2-4C. Is that a kill? Oh my god!
He died.
I'm expecting like a magic pixel right there. No, that's just straight death. Maknchess up 1-0.
Yeah, Maknchess was ready with the conversion.
Ooh, sticking to the move. We're not going to see the Relius tonight. This could be the last we see of Don. And potentially, I think, one of his lowest placings at Boston Blue Beat Online.
Yeah, Don believing in the white woman. Unfortunately, unfortunately for him, there are 2 white women on the screen, not 1.
Battle of who gets the pumpkin spice later tonight after the bracket.
So, I don't know if they can even afford that with the amount that's in the Matcherino. Which, like, I don't care how many y'all claim codes, nobody is able to afford Starbucks on that.
You're gonna have to settle for Dunkin's if you're in the Boston area. Hey, all I'm saying is, come out to Beach episode next year. The Dunkin's we got, Dunkin's in the venue is pretty nice.
It kind of is. You know what else is nice? These instant overheads if you're anyone but Don. Unreactable mix-up paying dividends for Maknchess. What the hell was that? Speaking of unreactable.
We picked it up, so clearly they know more than us.
Don gonna find a hit though with the counter hit J2C. It causes hard knockdown on counter hit. Use J2C and MyJC both do that on counter hit. Unfortunately not Kagura's, but we live.
So far, so good. Don could not come back so far in this round.
Guessing for game now is Maknchess. The next hit will do it, and no burst to save him with air throw, but no conversion. Don got a back throw by mistake.
Oh, why is it so big? Why is that DP so big? Why is that DP so big? Oh my god, why is that DP so big? That's unfair. That is so unfair, but it matters not. Don just gonna roll with the punches. Hopefully wants to secure this game and stop the scramble situation from happening.
Yeah, I'm glad we're... Nope, I can't say that.
I didn't have an idea what you want to say, but it's not exactly eSports friendly, is it?
Let's just, like you said, roll with the punches and keep it going. Maknchess gonna get his overdrive back. Looking to hopefully not have to spend it on a burst. With this neutral, very, very slow pace. Maknchess fishing for the hit, they're gonna find the 6B. Also a very good button.
But we out here matching DP on block, hit, burst. It doesn't matter. Either way, the DP came out. Not gonna be punished. But hey, speaking of matching, we got supers in tow.
Yeah, nice reaction on the side of Don to the drive mood, getting the super for about 3k damage. Not able to keep the offense though, Maknchess with the throw tech. But Don with the scramble, getting the 6A. This is not going to be death, but it's going to be very close. Maknchess, anything will do it.
Spaced out so S couldn't get the DP. Gonna have to resort to counter assault instead to get the pressure off of it.
Exactly what you want to do. But knocked down off the fireball, but Don lets the DP rip of his own. And he's going to stay alive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that definitely feels bad if you're Maknchess, but you gotta roll with it. Like you said, when you're at pixel health, anything can do it, and you just sometimes you got it. Except, yeah, you couldn't play quite that perfectly. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
Right, 3.4k with a knockdown too. Damn, just runs in there for the throw, keeping it simple.
Yeah, I completely understand that burst from Maknchess. After dropping that first round, this is where the second starts to feel a lot worse. when Don is able to get this life lead, get you to spend your burst and get the counter hit J2C, and this is going to be a kill if Don is able to finish his combo. You not a low damage character by any means, spending the overdrive for the insurance. You are dead.
Oh, beyond dead. Look at all those spears of light raining down upon S, paying for her crimes of wake up DP.
Paying for her crimes is right. Maknchess gonna try and commit a couple more, try and lock up this set, prevent the 2-1 comeback on the side of Don. Don, though, you know he wants that run back. Like, oh my gosh, what an air throw.
Sometimes you just gotta let it rip, man. If JB isn't doing the work, we got other options.
So true. Air throws are good in this game, too, because they're humongous. They're also incredibly fast. I believe they're 7 frames just like ground throws.
Yep.
And a lot of the time, if you're in the air, players will just sometimes just not expect to have to throw tech. That is the magic of anime games. There's so much more you can do in the air. The Dormy burst from Maknchess, though, not going to work out. Not what you're looking for when you're in the air.
Oh my god. So far, but it looks like Maknchess really picking up the slack right now, even after having the burst whiff.
Yeah, able to keep the life lead as Maknchess backing up now, trying to keep Don out with these fireballs. Cross up JC, the 6A whiffs, but not able to convert into a combo. Nice throw tech.
Trying to expose Maknchess doing the TRM OS, but Maknchess not going to yield just yet. So far, so good. Looking to bring Don back to, out of the tournament, not back to losers. This is losers.
I know. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, these are players that oftentimes will make strong winners runs. Maknchess very capable of making upsets. Don, there's a reason he's one of the favorites to win every bracket he enters. He is a grinder, if nothing else, and you know he wants this win.
These are combos only someone who plays Move for a while could do. Getting full corner carry and a lot of damage, and an IND mixed to toe. Oh my god, shades of Exert right now.
Taking a page out of Aurelius's playbook is Don. These characters have very similar game plans on Oki. DPRC, though, S doesn't care who you are. That DPRC IAD over is going to let her escape just about everything. Don will not be caught by the purple throw.
They tried it, but Don awake and aware right now.
Yeah, that is the cost of gold.
Steins. JB from the top rope. DB in the air.
Oh, Don shooting the first. Maknchess not able to pop overdrive in time, giving Don another chance that you may have not wanted to let him get. That's the cost of going to that purple throw, but it doesn't matter.
That should be a kill, assuming you have no drops.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yep, keep it simple. Maknchess upsetting Don for 5th place. My god.
And he is going to be returning to... Did he fight Adroth? I believe Maknchess fought Adroth last time. It was 2-0. Going to be looking to alter the outcome of that set as Maknchess sends Don home in 5th place.
Wow, what a set.
Unfortunately for Don, he will be going to bed hungry. But Maknchess, no slowing down yet. You got to keep it going, just like we're going to keep this ad read going, by the way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Boston Blue Beep. This is tonight's CF Weekly, but did you know we run Plus R on Tuesdays and Unity 2 on Wednesday? We run all the old man anime games out here. If you're tired of these new gen kids and whatever they got going on, you can always come by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get some classic anime game action.
Absolutely. You get in there Monday for BlazBlue, Tuesday for Plus R, Wednesday for Uni. My lawyer contacted, by the way, and has asked me to apologize for what I said about the Undernight and Birth community. It's okay. I didn't mean it. Like I didn't mean that. I forgot y'all guys. I forgot y'all weren't friendly. But that is neither hither nor thither. Come out to the monthly, by the way. Boston Blue Beat is not just an online organization. They are, in fact, flesh and blood. I know this. I met Aerodat in person. He's not a robot, I promise.
I got robot allegations?
We can discuss that later, but Boston has some goated tournament allegations, so show up to that monthly. You said it is the weekend after East Coast Throwdown. Get in there. They run all the games, I believe, that you see in our online weeklies, plus Strive.
Plus Stride, plus Grand Blue Rising. We even got a little bit of M back in there. Plus our Rev 2, Sailor Moon S.
Oh yeah, excuse me, I forgot about Sailor Moon S. That's the game for, I don't know.
Sailor Moon S is like the most competitive Kusoge I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, that game is demonic.
Like, you have to be a different type of person to play it, and not gonna lie, they simply build different. I fear anyone who's good at that game.
Oh no, for sure. I was about to say, you're not about to insult the Canadians like that, because they shill that game like it's crazy how much they're doing.
Oh my god.
Canada loves the game. New England loves the game. You know what else your lovely TOs at New England would love? If you get into that Matcherino.
True. Always gotta show that Matcherino.
You can never forget about that Matcherino. You can never claim enough codes. It's free. It takes 30 seconds. You add 25 cents into the pot. Absolutely no cost to you. Usually these brackets are pretty small, which means it's winner takes all. And you want them to at least go home with enough money to buy like a box. Just like you got to get the box of chicken nuggies. You got to get the single cheeseburger. You got to get the fries. You got to get the sundae. Whatever their meal deal of choice is, we got to fund that all the way. We've got half of our codes claimed. It looks like. Thank you all so much for your support for these awesome players. Don't forget to subscribe to the Matcherino YouTube channel. There's a 32 at the end of this number, so it looks like somebody else has done that. Thank you so much. That also adds 32 cents into the pot. Breaking news, by the way, there is one more ad that we have got to shill, and it is Game Underground. Dead games tell no tells, as they say. Erida, how much you know about this?
All right, so we were talking about New England, right? We are here in New England. It's not just the anime scene. We got Guts, a classic tournament series that I actually knew about before getting into the FGC. So I'm glad to see it come back November 15th through 17th at Game Underground. Huge venue for a lot of fighting games, and even like Smash too. I don't know how many of you guys used to be Smashers like me, but if you know anything about Project Plus, Project PM, you've definitely seen Game Underground in clips. Yeah,
that's what they put out there.
Yeah,
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, show up the Guts. Going to be a big regional, almost akin to Beach episode. Hopefully, I can see some out-of-staters. I'm not sure, but still, support the event.
Absolutely. Support your events. That is the name of the game. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your wonderful Monday night with us. I believe we are going to get right back to the action. I think that is all the ads. Thank you so much for spending this Monday night with us. We are going to get started with Play Guy taking on he who shall not be named, Excalibur Blades and Ada.
All right, so last time we saw Excalibur Blades on stream, they were playing the Rachel. So I'm not sure if we're going to switch back. Looking like they're locked in. Yes, they are. Ragnar versus Rachel, canon matchup to the story, and also a kind of annoying one for Ragnar. Full bias, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what character is Rachel not annoying for? Let's be real for a minute. What character is Rachel not going to just annoy the entire game? The entire set? Yeah. So happy to see a little bit of morality, coming out from Excal swapping off of number 1 character to number 2 character, but that's a matter of debate for a later time.
Why did that clash? As a Ragnar player, I feel robbed. Play Guy, as your worst half, I will fight for you in court. Why the hell did that clash?
I don't know. Sometimes unfortunately, as blazblue commentators, our job is to explain the game, and sometimes we are forced to explain the unexplainable, the things that should never happen on screen on a fighting game, the things that have probably made Play Guy very, very annoying.
Did he just IED in there and just throw? I kind of respect it. Ooh, yeah. My God. These IBs from Excal defense are max right now.
Oh yeah, Excal, not the favorite to win the tournament for nothing. Not just a strong character picker, a very strong player in his own right. Not even represented 2C yet. Just good old-fashioned passive defense. Getting the job done for Excal so far. Play Guy drops his counter assault punish. And that could be the opening that he wanted, but there's the air, so he's not out of this yet.
Alright, if I'm Play Guy, I'm just going to look for this knockdown. Not even going to spend any meter just yet. But you got to make something happen quick, as there's only 30 seconds left in the round.
Dude, if I'm playing right now, I'm really mad that Rachel has 11k health. By the way, XCal dash blocked after blocking that dead spike, looking to try and make some space, give himself some wiggle room out of the corner, but not going to work out. Forced the burst to try and lock up this round. Play guy, though, 15 seconds on the clock, going to try and make a miracle happen.
Could
but
pop
XCal escapes the corner.
They really wanted to. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Pop OD, please. Please. Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Oh, I got so scared. Play guy might goat for that, truly. Never mind.
Okay.
The best. He's simply the best, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. That's my goat right there. 6 seconds left on the clock. Gonna take game one. Game one. Round one. Ugh.
That tiny Lobelia on block was doomed for Excalibur Blades. Play guy gave him an extra chance, but was able to lock it up at the end of the day. That's the... definitely not a characteristic mistake of a player as strong as Play Guy, but able to clutch out the crazy comeback nonetheless. We are in first to 3 territory, by the way. So those kind of comebacks are going to become a lot more taxing because the set is longer. The number of rounds you have to win is just that much higher. It doesn't sound like 3 doesn't sound like it's much more than 2, and even 6 doesn't sound like it's that much more than 4. But as is demonstrated, like, I'm already starting to talk too much, and I'm sure you're getting very tired of my voice. That's how it feels to play a first to 3.
Nah, we love a professional yapper. I mean, that's what we're here to do tonight. So let's just keep on yapping as Play Guy corners Rachel thus far, continue to just box her out, do the two-way pressure, send it with Gauntlet, and XCal is late on the OD, going to lead to a burst. Resources are gone, but not a lot of them.
Yeah, that's important that you pointed out. XCal was looking for an overdrive on that Gauntlet Hades, not a burst, trying to react to it. Because on overdrive, you're able to get a punish. Rachel's probably going to be looking to hit her fantastic 6A there with that head guard point that is so very interesting. But it doesn't matter. Play Guy with an anti-air of his own off the 5A and poised to take this first game.
Using the whip 2C to create some confusion during pressure. And that was the name of the game, just kind of locking out Rachel from really being able to escape. Sometimes getting to hit isn't even like all you need as Ragnar. Just continually pressuring them, putting them in a state of complacency will allow you to either get the throw, get the hit, or if they're trying to jump out, just continue to pressure with multiple jabs and multiple staggered lows.
Exactly, well put, Aerodat. I saw XCal, by the way, do a backdash, a normal backdash on Rachel with a full stock of wind. Not generally something you're going to want to see a lot of the time. Generally, Rachel is going to want to use that wind to propel her a lot farther from that backdash. Because it's such a powerful resource, you can see how fast it moves her and makes her so tricky to catch.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, the lightning strikes will whiff. Play Guy definitely could have counted something right there, but I understand.
I'm so mad that Sword Iris is plus on whip too. Counter assault baited, and he's ready this time, is Play Guy.
I'm not sure if that was a bait or like the most accidental spacing trap of all time. Either way, it lands Play Guy to hit.
Yeah, in my part of the country, we call that a good old-fashioned gap.
And gap he does. Play Guy so far having real dominance over that round.
Absolutely, Play Guy putting the Midwest up, representing in the Boston Blue Beat bracket. He came to play, he came to win. No talk, he's standing on business.
All right, not a lot of damage on. Oh my god! Immediately recognizing that the George setup was fake. I was like, nah, I'm out of here. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't even know like how fake the George setup was, because normally Rachel can press there. I think XCal was looking for a DP. And then, because XCal didn't press, there's that DP I think that XCal was looking for last time. Play Guy choosing to represent it now. Great option rotation, great composure, even in the face of this very dire situation. Hello? The stand tech? I can't believe he fucking stand tech there. That was insane. Pacing down the entire corner and unfortunately jumping into the Lobelia. The deficit just too much to overcome for Play Guy, and unfortunately going to drop around.
Ooh, whip PT one more time to catch Rachel whipping herself.
Yeah, and that instant overhead going to find his mark damn near every time. It's like 11 frames or something ridiculous like that. I don't care who you are, you're not reacting to it. Even Kobe says that's just unreactable. Baiting the 2C, you're going to explode.
Actually, not too much. Had to adjust the comment because of spacing. Had to go straight to the a lot of skating was black. Still, 3.8, not too bad.
Yeah, it does not matter. The next hit was guessed for game, and that's standing overhead. Excal's characteristically very strong defense gonna falter at just the right moment for Playguy to capitalize, and all of a sudden, you're looking at a 2-0 deficit. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but I had a feeling this was coming.
Does a boy approach? Are we seeing the call? Unless under heaven destroy. Okay. Never mind. Unless. Okay.
Okay, he's just playing with us.
All right.
He's just playing.
He's doing it for content.
Dude, Excal Platinum? Not clickbait? Gone wrong?
The BBB YouTube Shorts is gonna go crazy with that one.
Nah.
Alright, but here we are back to form. Ragnar versus Carl. Something you more likely expect out of Excal.
Yeah, definitely. Excal gonna be looking to make some YouTube shorts of those unblockable loops that Carl is so well known for. I believe the loop works on Ragnar, but I'm not actually sure. Great conversion off the Volante. Why did it do so much damage, though?
Because he needs it. This character needs it, don't you know?
That was like the most random hit ever, and it did 4.5. He's dead, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I know. But it's okay. The doll is on a meter, God. The doll is on a meter, guys. Oh! It doesn't matter. It never matters.
It never matters. Excal getting right back to work, locking up the first round with a perfect. He's going to need about 5 more of those, but like, it's Carl Clover. We all know how this goes at this point. Playguy, though, with a very savvy anti-air. Catching Excal slipping in the movement. But speaking of movement, that Vivace, Excal representing a very, very powerful defensive option on the side of Carl, and we're right back where we started. Just like that.
Unless, of course, you drop it, but it doesn't matter. Carl in scramble situation still has a great... why did you just run in there in 5C? I kind of mess with it, though. I got the full confirm from it, too.
He's him. He is the strongest. And there's the counter assault pushing Excal into the corner to a times a billion rejump. Excal getting caught by the throw and choosing the burst to try and lock up this round.
Wait, does Ragnar 5A not whiff on Carl because of the hat?
No, I don't believe the hat is a factor on crushing Carl.
Okay,
oh no, the IED gets caught by the huge super and that's
with anti-air. That's kind of sick.
I hate that. I really love it. Like, I hate it. But it was such a good decision. Like, you think Ragnar's going to do any burst option? Is he going to stick out his 5B? Is he going to IAD? Is he going to Blood Size? God forbid. Is he going to Hell's Fang or Chuck Gauntlet Hades from downtown? He's going to get hit by the gear and he's just going to die. And if he runs in and blocks, what's he going to do? Block Carl? I don't think so.
Not many can claim they can block out Carl. But so far, it's not like we can out-neutral him. Playguy just kind of standing their ground.
What an overdrive! A little bit early on the side of Excal, so he's forced to use his Exceed Excel, but still not a bad situation in the slightest. Pushing Ragnar in the corner, and that was going to be a huge hit.
Oh my god, that swipe is just so big, damn near an anti-air in its own right.
Yeah, absolutely humongous. And the damage would have been even bigger somehow, and that's why Playguy bursted, but he's fought so hard to get Excal into this corner, sniping the Vivace with a 5B. Very well done by Playguy.
Yup, and this should be just about full screen corner carry for Ragnar going from coast to coast. Yep, there we go.
And hella damage too, by the way.
Oh yeah, that 60 decoration hits like a truck.
Dashed up 5B. Excal got caught fuzzy jumping, I believe.
Yeah, potentially avoid the overhead that Ragnar could do at that range. Gauntlet Hades, you know it, we love it, you hate it, depending on who you are.
Ooh. No, I think everyone hates it.
I'm a Gauntlet Hades fan.
And the only thing that we hate more than Gauntlet Hades is Carl Okuzeme. You are dead.
Trading with the doll, but Carl is still there looking you straight in the eye. Goddamn.
There's nothing you can do in that situation. Your DP is going to whiff. There's nobody home. Playguy, unfortunately, lets that round slip by. Trying to box with Ada. with that 5A. I like the idea of using 5A though, because it's jump cancelable. And representing the DP off of the instant block, XCal Wake Up Vivace gonna get smoked by the 2A.
A little bit too far to get to Ender on that confirm, but it doesn't matter. In the scramble situation, Ragnar will pick it back up with 5A, and this time we're gonna get a knockdown.
Yeah, XCal whiffing a 6A. Not sure if that's quite what he wanted there. Checking the redash though from Playguy, and there's Volante in the back for the conversion and the blue beat for a little bit extra. But the DP once again blowing up the Vivace.
We love the DPOS in these streets, and what a pickup from Excalibur Blades right there. Gonna secure the corner and hopefully some more fucked up mix.
Oh, no, you're just guessing for game. But he's not ready with the setup, or he's just a little bit late in setting it up, and Playguy able to escape. And now you gotta...
Off and on, kind of goading Playguy into boxing with her. There's Volante.
Yeah, the other issue in this situation is that Playguy does have the life lead, and Ragnar Neutral is able to contest Carl. You can see XCal playing slow. He does not want to give Playguy a chance to capitalize on a mistake. And he's going to catch the backdash.
That should be the kill, but now you're going around through at 0-6 a burst while XCal is at 4, so Playguy has to play like their life depends on it.
Yeah, being on set point, though, definitely not a bad position in the slightest. XCal needs to win this round if he wants to preserve his winner's side life.
Ooh, and a full murder on Ada. Finally, someone took care of her. But Carl, not that a slouch in his own right. Gonna get this amazing confirming the crush. They're gonna buy even more time for Ada. It's almost like Playguy's efforts meant nothing. This character truly is something else.
Yeah, and the blue beat for the extra stall out time, and just in time, right on cue, there is the unblockable, and I think you're dead. No, it's gonna be another unblockable.
Oh my god, clip it and ship it, baby. This game, this is the game we play. 2 unblockable resets in a row on a 10k health character. XCal, how do you sleep at night?
And even if you're Playguy in that situation, like, you can DPRC out, but the doll is behind, so what the hell are you gonna do? How do you like that one, YouTube?
The wheel of fate is turning.
And, like, the character swap, and in the blink of an eye, it's just 2-2.
Ooh, dash away in there, doing spines. Good 2A mash from Playguy. Gonna force a burst out of XCal, but it's still corner to corner, and it looks like we have an unblockable reset coming up. Oh, the DP, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing about the unblockable loop. It will also safe jump every reversal in the game.
He needs it. He simply
he needs it. And in case you had any doubts remaining about the strength of XCal on this stupid Carl character... Oh, you're dead, by the way.
Oh yeah, Giga dead. Clap. 6A, super.
XCal now putting himself on tournament point, threatening to eliminate Playguy's winner side life. And it is not going to be easy for Playguy to defend against all of this momentum that XCal has built up, winning 2 straight games, now poised to win a 3rd.
Yeah, it just seems like a complete reversal momentum ever since the Carl pick. It's not for want of a Playguy not knowing the matchup, just XCal being such a strong player on such a strong character. It's almost like there's damn near nothing Ragnar can really do here.
Yeah, 100%. I like the way that Playguy is fighting with Ada, by the way, using these jump cancels to sort of go in and out of range and try not to make himself vulnerable to getting whiff punished by Carl, which is what XCal has been looking for. But unfortunately, he's going to corner himself. Ada dies, but XCal finds the hit instead.
All right, and if you're Playguy right now, you got to make something happen. You got to make a hasty decision, and I get that 5B right there. But Excalibur going like, yeah, I know you want to press something here, so I'm just going to frame trap the hell out of you.
Yeah, that was a super staggy frame trap.
Volante knife from across the screen. Someone don't got their headphones in, unfortunately. Whoa!
What?
Reversal throw?
Playguy may not have his headphones in, may not be ready for the Volante, but he was ready for that Vivace. Throwing XCal right out of it. The overdrive pop, though, gonna put Ada in a turbo mode, and this is gonna suck. In fact, this may be an unblockable.
Or just straight up
wait.
gonna kill. Wait.
I thought for sure he was gonna kill the counter assault RC. Playguy with just a breath of life. That was 100 meters.
20 seconds left on the clock. How does Ragnar come back from this? You just run in there and throw, I guess.
In that part of the country where Playguy is supposed. Huh?
Wait, no, he just wants life lead because he didn't. If he kept the combo going, Carl would have just burst. But it doesn't matter. it. It never matters against Carl. This child is just so goddamn broken as XCal gets a reverse sweep.
So tragic. Play guy with a little bit more of a reluctant GG's on that one. I don't know. Yeah, I would be very upset if I was play guy in this situation after all
I
that
think we
work.
all would be after such a call out on the play of, okay, wait, if I continue this combo, they're gonna burst me and I can't kill. So let me just get the knockdown, just run away. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. The last thing I see is that goddamn spines coming out from her older sister.
What do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? And I see chat is not a fan of Carl.
And by chat, you mean it's mostly Kobe and Ice, I'm sure.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah. I like how eloquently Ice Cool puts it. Carl's fucking cringe. Oh, yeah. Play guy thought he had super. That sucks so bad.
Oh, I thought he was making like a giga play right there. Unfortunate.
Yeah. So he wasn't like looking for the burst or anything like that. He just thought he had super for the kill to lock it out. Very sad.
Mm-hmm. But alas, that was winners. So play guy still in it to win it potentially. Could get the run back in grands.
Oh yeah, I know. Play guy. After that, I don't know how you could possibly be more motivated to make a run back.
Yeah, if I'm playing, I'm like, oh my god, I need to beat the shit out of this child. Good god.
So true.
Someone wasn't beat by their fucking parents as a kid. Don't worry, that's where I come in.
Huh?
That's how I feel whenever I see Carl on the screen.
Oh, Carl. I mean, I thought Carl's entire problem was that Relius. And
see, what Relius did was not beat his child. He neglected his child. Big difference.
I don't necessarily agree, my friend.
Chad, I'm cooking, ain't I? Come on.
No, you're not.
I know my lore.
You're still not cooking. It doesn't matter.
Anyways, we're currently waiting on losers semis right now. Maknchess on the run of their life right now. Got the rematch against Adroth, who did 2-0 them and send them to losers. And ever since then, let's see, what does the bracket path look like? Maknchess went through unsafe on hit, WarioCuckedMe, and Dawn. That Dawn upset is kind of crazy to me still.
It kind of is. Yeah, Dawn committing to the Mew. Maybe a little bit less familiar in the matchup, but also, like, it's S. You kind of just can't count S out because she is just such a consistent character. She has the set play, she has the neutral, she has the ability to function in every game state.
Mm-hmm. And putting such a consistent character on someone with such a wild playstyle as Maknchess, I imagine it's like kind of infuriating for some to deal with. You really just gotta like play at Maknchess's pace and kind of hopefully control the chaos.
100%. That's what Adroth's going to be looking for. It's why unlocking the DP is so important, because it's one of the only ways that Susanoo can contest the offense. It's why getting the unlocks to make the offense consistent on the side of Susanoo is so important. Like, you're looking for things like spin, you're looking for things like Grand Viper to be able to convert your hits into substantial damage. But that's the problem with Susanoo, is you have to get that first hit.
Mm-hmm. And will S ever let you? Let's see. Nice JB air. Just keeping Adroth locked down thus far.
Yeah, very slow, patient neutral on both sides. Maknchess, though, has backed himself into the corner. Nice run under S with a very, very fast run. One of the fastest in the game. Susanoo has a faster one, but that dash of his has startup, which makes it a little bit less practical. A lot less practical. What a 2A on the JBB whiff, I believe. And Adroth going to get a chance to play, unlocking DP.
And speaking of DP, Maknchess, DP's strongest warrior in this bracket tonight. No matter what, will always remind you that he has it.
Can't believe where he dropped this game. Rest in peace.
Did he actually?
He did.
I think I saw a story lurking the NLL Discord last night where it was like he had his 2B IB and got punished. Went like, I'm done.
Yeah, no, he saw that Ragna 2A, 2B has a 1 frame gap on instant block, and I was like, this game is garbage. And unfortunately, he didn't mean that so lovingly. But he's not the one on the sticks. Adroth is, and Maknchess is. Adroth going to be looking to avenge the loss of that round, preferably with another 2-0, because you need as much energy as you can preserve this late into the bracket as things get more strenuous and the players get stronger and stronger. Backdashing to bait the DP as Adroth. Maknchess flinches and is forced to burst.
Oh yeah, now with the burst lead, Adroth has a way easier time mounting this comeback if they can. And mounting a comeback, so far it's looking like they can do exactly. Got a nice jump in right there. Whole lot of seals to their name, all the essentials, DP, Hedgehog, and Grand Viper, and now Jazz Hands as well. Gonna allow a combo extension right there. Adroth just knows what to do with this character at any point, anytime.
100% balanced diet of seals and a balanced diet of TRN. How do you like them apples? Adroth closing it out with the DLZ.
That is a DLZ now I think about it, huh?
It is the DLC.
Ooh, I like that IB on the 5B right there. It's barely spacing out Maknchess to allow Adroth to try and fish for a whiff punish.
Yeah, unfortunately. You have to be looking for whiff punishes against such gigantic buttons with S, because if she tags you once, she can just kind of threaten that instant overhead if you're not looking.
Alright, Adroth gonna make their way back in. Still have the burst lead because Maknchess just now gave it up. And since it's round 3, and it's Susanoo, theoretically, the next hit Maknchess takes could be the last one he takes of this game.
Oh, 100%, but it doesn't look like Maknchess is going to get hit anytime soon. And Adroth gets gimmicked by the Percival combo standing reset. Not dead, though. Definitely for game with full resources. Keep that in mind. We might see a DPRC. But Adroth techs out in the air, and Maknchess DPs in turn.
Oh!
You're going to get punished, though.
Uh-oh. Asher on the table for Adroth. The latest of RCs one more time. That motherfucker did not show up to class. Instead, he's outside fighting dudes, and he won the fight. Adroth with game 1.
I got such a vivid image in my head of Susanoo. You just look outside Susanoo in the classroom, through the classroom window, and he's just out there beating the Twinkies out of the white room.
Tell me not. That's some shit Susanoo would do. Come on.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's something that Terumi would do.
True.
And if you know your lore, I don't need to finish that sentence. Holding out the gun is Adroth now able to punch through the wall of death that Maknchess has been putting out with these fireballs, and there's a DP of his own.
All right, try to set up for a TRM. Maknchess doesn't bite though. Gotta make your way back in one more time.
Yeah, that is the plan. And unfortunately, Maknchess has that burst still, so you're gonna have that sort of in the back of your head. Because once you get that hit, is he gonna burst? Am I gonna have to get in neutral a second time?
Mm-hmm. And now both players have resources, which matter a lot. S with the RCDP and Susanoo potentially looking for confirm that will let him get the optimal seals that he needs. Though so far, not looking too bad on seals.
Yeah, that was a very volatile situation that ended up not being all that volatile after all. That was probably going to be death. Maknchess bursting and then chucking out the DPRC, stealing the corner basically for free. Not a lot you can do unless you're willing to commit to the overdrive. The guard cancel there, and Maknchess going to find a counter hit, maybe going to find a way.
Ooh, what a really nice answer from Maknchess. All right.
That was so clean.
Wow. Notice the exact spacing that Adroth wanted the IAD at. What patience.
That was an immaculate 2C, actually. The more I think about it, the more impressed I am by that. 2C, not the anti-air button of choice you see from S a lot of the time because that 6B is so good, but it hits in that perfect spot right above S's head, and Maknchess getting around.
So far, so good. The momentum is on Maknchess' side, and we are back to first and 2, so every round matters, every hit matters, every interaction matters.
Who's up a game right now? I forgot.
I believe it is Maknchess.
Oh!
Maybe. I don't know. I already forgot.
Bruh. Only the most professional commentary and only the most professional gameplay, though.
Wait, okay.
And that is why Adroth stages overdrive. Unfortunate drop, but it just doesn't matter, dude. That's like feels horrendous. Feels catastrophic.
Very, very. All right, it is 1-1 though, so not too much was lost, but both players got to lock in and they want the chance to fight Play Guy in losers finals.
Very sad.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Yeah, I'm thinking the more I think about that drop from Adroth, because that's that overdrive he's doing through the instant overhead, he's able to get the reverse the 60 reverse sword route off of that and get a huge punish.
Mm-hmm. Very unfortunate. Ooh, finally lands a grab. Will Maknchess burst around? They've been very liberal about it thus far in the entire night.
Yeah. I understand wanting to maybe save it for a more impactful hit, especially as Susanoo racks up these seals a little bit more slowly in this situation. Just because of the kind of hits that Adroth is getting. Not every hit is able to get Susanoo all of the unlocks he needs.
Ooh, and there's a burst from Adroth.
Yeah, Adroth maybe getting tired of blocking, wants to try and exert some offense of his own, getting the burst right back from Maknchess. And then it's right back to neutral. Fuzzy jump on the instant overhead.
Oh my
Great
god.
defense from Adroth.
There's a delayed throw, and that'll be to kill Adroth. Looking to send Maknchess out of the tournament at 4th place.
Yeah, that tick grab was all he needed to lock down that round. No burst on either side. It's not going to come back for a while either. And we could see a round end by the time that happens.
Mm-hmm. Block to 60. No cancel on that, so I don't know why Maknchess didn't take the punish. Maybe just wanted the IAD pressure.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it looks like it's worked out so far. And another gimmick coming out of Maknchess's back pocket. But Adroth ready again with the fuzzy jump on the instant overhead. He's IBBing the 5A jump cancel to make that happen. Very good character knowledge from Adroth, and it's paying off in spades now.
Oh no, but dropped the combo. What an amazing 2C. These two are going 2C for 2C thus far in the set. But Susanoo 2C leads to a lot more reward just in the nature of this character being such a damage pusher.
Yeah, Maknchess on the ropes. The overdrive finally comes back. Not something that Adroth wanted to let happen, and neither is that throw reset.
Mm-hmm. If I'm Adroth right now, I'm going like, all right, this is a bad momentum switch for me, but I have to hold on to my burst. I have to save it for round 3 potentially.
I think Maknchess is going to go low this time, maybe. No, he's not. He's going to IAD over.
What the hell is going on?
Just when you think Maknchess is out of tricks, he's got the ace up his sleeve, and he's going to make it final game, final round. Adroth bided his time, though.
That's what you see every day on S. Jumping out of pressure. Adroth looking for anything to connect right now and hopefully get this turn started. Whoa!
Yeah, Maknchess tried to convert the charge crush trigger with the 6C. That is how S converts that. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too late. And that 5B on the air hit going to push him to the corner. This could be it. The God press! You're dead. You're dead.
I didn't react. I thought that was 5D. I just lost the set, and so did Maknchess, going out at a respectable 4th place, but went out in the most volatile way possible. God press comes for us all.
It is only fitting that Maknchess would fall to the most gimmicky of Susanoo gimmicks. The raw God press out of nowhere. That is all she wrote. One game will not be enough.
I can't even blame him and call it a gimmick because at that range, it's very expected for Susanoo to kind of do 5D, then play the RPS. So like, hey, I could do a late cancel here or a special cancel here, trying to steal back from plus frames. And because 5D and the startup of guard press have very similar looking startup animations, I bet that was probably what was going through Maknchess's head.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He just didn't react.
Or that too.
I don't know. If you ask Quetzalcoatl about this, he does not believe in the ability of most people to react to God Press, despite how slow it is, just because it's an option that you sort of file out of the way in the back of your head. Like, he's not actually gonna use it. Is he? Is he? You ask as you stare into the 25th, 26th, and 27th startup frames, and your hand hasn't moved. Is he really gonna do it?
For and me, then you're fighting Susanoo and I see God press, I just like freeze up because I'm like, when the fuck did he get that seal? And then boop, I'm against the wall and I'm dying.
Yeah, and then it's just you in your pitch black room with the glow of the PC screen on your face, You look around, there's no one there. It's kind of warm because your PC has been on so long, and you have to ask yourself, why even bother?
Damn, that was very descriptive. You got experience with this kind of thing?
No.
Moving on, where the losers finals though. Back in first to 3 territory. Ragnar versus Susanoo canon matchup. We're on Susanoo's arcade stage, which was one of my favorite stages in the game because this shit looks sick as hell, and so will this set.
Hell yeah, Play Guy and Adroth. If you want to talk about experience, 2 titans in the post rollback blazblue scene. Neither one of these players, any stranger to top 8s, any stranger to deep runs, any stranger to enduring long, grueling tournament brackets when you have to fight your way through the strongest, and Adroth opening it up with the strongest 6B. Absolutely no fear in his heart. Absolutely no fear in his heart.
So that means we get to be belligerent with our DP usage. But you can't exactly mash on Rogner. We got frame traps out here. Won't lead to the best of damage, but will always lead to a stable knockdown. Let's see what Play Guy wants to do for pressure.
Yeah, I like going for the throw so early in the round, maybe catching Adroth, being a little bit patient on defense, but Adroth ready with the fuzzy jump, ready with the DP bait as well. IAD barrier and the punish on the Gauntlet Hades.
Yeah, didn't exactly fully convert because Ragnar was so high in the air, but still good knowledge to have against Ragnar as always. Ooh, what a DP bait!
I was just about to say Adroth was looking very polished, but unfortunately a little bit of a misstep and you're gonna eat 4.6. Oh, you're dead.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going to be confirmed here. Yup, do the crush trigger. 3C, 2D, Carnage, Scissors.
Bro, that combo is... It looks like it's so much longer than it should be. It goes on for forever.
I mean, that's what you got to do as Ragnar.
Oh, no, 100%. 100%. You gotta get your kills any way you can. And Adroth spending his overdrive for lots and lots of seals unlocks off of that very solid 5B.
That run in 5B to whiff punish Ragnar 5B might have been the most like footsies I've ever seen in this matchup. We are never gonna reach that peak of footsies ever again in recorded footage of Ragnar versus Susanoo. Ooh, plus on block Hedgehog.
That was... Ew, I've never seen that before.
I remember I used to see that all the time. I don't know why Susanoo players don't do it now.
I mean, I think there's something to be said maybe for being scared of Wake Up Overdrive or Wake Up DP, but clearly, once again, Adroth with just no fears. And that's the kind of approach you have to take sometimes when you're fighting strong players. It's like, I'm going to do the strong thing that has the counterplay, even though they might know it, because they're not going to be ready. It's not like I'm chucking a 26 frame standing overhead. It's not like I'm chucking a standing overhead that's 24 frames and expecting them to just get hit.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it there, but the same goes for Ragnar when it comes to his overheads. You just have to send them out sometimes, even if there's counterplay, even if it's reactable. You got to condition them, make sure you send them out when you can, and make sure they land, and make sure you win. Play Guy doing exactly that with game 1.
To be fair, I was only talking about 6B. We all know Gauntlet Hades is the net play unblockable.
Hey, we've been saying that since the late base era, and even in rollback, I still see motherfuckers now block it. So, is it really the net play unblockable?
Look, look. It's only funny when I'm calling out you for not blocking overheads, okay? Hey, there's that pink footsies you were talking about.
Right, we are back to peak footsies one more time within recorded footage of this matchup. It's peak, I fear.
It might just be crazy jump back JC frame trap. Gonna get Adroth to spend his burst and not able to convert this without the crush trigger. Very crucial meter usage coming out from Adroth. Mr. Damage, Mr. Routing. He seems to be absolutely encyclopedic with his knowledge of how this character's combos work.
Ooh, fuzzy jump Play Guy gonna go unanswered. Trying to clear the 2C, and now, oh my god, never mind, we just mashed in DP. I was about to say, Play Guy has a corner, but not just yet. We back to mid-screen, looking for the TRM. Nah, you're gonna eat a DP instead.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing you got to think about is if they're just going to sort of like reset pressure, even though the 5A is +3, you have that DP, they're going to get complacent. Just chuck it out. We'll probably get hit. It's not like they're going to be ready exactly for you to do it. And the Adroth, unfortunately not blocking, going to go down again.
All right, another round in the bag for Play Guy. Keep it nice and simple. Ooh, 5B round start. Love to see it. El Clasico.
That it is conversion with the launch on the dead spike. Adroth not able to get started. No DP, only overdrive now on defense. Gonna have to sort of work it out the hard way.
Uh-oh. Mighty unfortunate. Getting your pressure OD as Ragnar always hurts. But the only consolation prize you have is that, okay, they gave up the resource, but I gotta clean up the pressure next time. Oh!
What an air throw! Unfortunately, that 60 went to the other side. The play guy is able to burst Adroth into the corner. That was super smart for Adroth to go into the install, by the way. Needed as many of those unlocks as he could get, and was able to do.
Oh no, too high to go, Hades! Oh, it's pressure time. Adroth looking for IBs. Just gonna sit there? Alright, what does play guy want to do? Gonna get counter assaulted? Never mind, doesn't matter what he does. Especially if you are fucking dead. Unless you drop it! Back throw?
I can't believe that. Commentator's curse, the burst bait, but Adroth didn't have it yet.
Woo!
I love the IAD DP coming out from play guy. He's able to try and stabilize the situation. Drag down with the 5A. Adroth staying patient, but lands into the throw.
What? I don't need an anti-air. I got throws instead.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that. Play guy is just too good.
Wow, what a play right there. I'm not even sure if he meant it, but that shit looks cool as hell. And it's gonna land play guy at 2-0. Full Ragnar bias. I'm so sorry.
Now, this has kind of been not even kind of. This has definitely been a commanding set on the side of play guy. I don't think they met in the bracket yet, right?
No, they did not.
No, they did not. We are seeing this matchup for the first time tonight. Adroth is going to be needing some adaptations and fast. Very lucky that this set, once again, is first to 3, or it would already be over, but it is not over yet. That's going to be an overdrive pop. And this is kind of the momentum shift, that Adroth needs in this situation.
Oh, barely spaced out on the throw, gonna allow play guy to get a crouching confirm off the 2A mash.
Big sad. It always sucks to have your throw with, and it always sucks when they do the dead body cross under. Some characters, by the way, can dash under you while you emergency tech, and they can end up on the other side. Play guy churning out the mix with the standing overhead. Catching Adroth maybe a little bit shaken after that.
All right, play guy backing off, doing a backdash, looking for a DP. Now that Susanoo has it, but back on offense, just gonna land a low into the super. Carnage scissors.
And I like the idea there from play guy, not really going for a mix-up, just letting the low do the work as Adroth tries to wiggle out and gets caught now on his tournament life. Great anti-air from play guy. Adroth has got to put something together or play guy's gonna run away with it.
Fundy's on full display from play guy right now. Truly something you need on Ragnar. And when you have it in spades like how play guy does, damn near makes Ragnar look like a top tier. Or he could just do this on pickup and suck, I guess.
Adroth with some absolutely belligerent offense, pushing play guy all the way into the corner, and that is going to be a kill if play guy chooses to not burst, which I expect him not to. And it's final game, final round. Winner is going to take on Excalibur Blades in grand finals. Loser will be going home hungry in third place. They'll be having sleep for dinner. Neither player wants to do that.
I really like these IBs from Adroth right now. Even if you can't get a punish, the meter build is just so important for Susanoo, who wants that crush trigger, wants to stabilize the combo, wants to get the seals as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
I can't believe he got God pressed there, by the way.
I know. You gotta remember, it's on the table now.
That it is. And even the threat of just having it. I love that IAD JD there, by the way, to unlock the sword there. That's going to make the neutral a lot better for Susanoo. Just having that hitbox that you can just check Ragnar with. It's sort of like Carnage Scissors against his owner, if you will.
Ooh, good catch on the backdash. Optimal confirm. Gonna lead to the corner carry with a good amount of damage to 3.8k.
Like, I was so ready for that backdash. Holy crap. And the DP bait, getting in the overdrive, you're dead!
You're dead. You're beyond dead. You're extinct. Deceased. Gone.
And just like that, Adroth gonna put one on the board.
Holy. Oh my god. Clip it and ship it, folks. What a goddamn DP bait.
He's just simply him.
Mm-hmm. But that ain't the end of the set just yet, as much as Adroth wants it to be. Still got to mount the 3-0 comeback if they want that run back. Well, no, not run back. It'd be Adroth against XCal. Wait, no, that is a run back. I'm stupid.
Yeah, that is a run back. They met in winner's semis. And Adroth picking up right where he left off. Play Guy bursting right away, does not want to let him get started. And this is something you'll see people do a lot in the Susanoo matchup. They'll burst a lot earlier than they would in other matchups just because they know that it's so important that Susanoo doesn't get started, that he doesn't get that DP, which notably, Adroth did not get.
Only Seal Serenade. That was a scary interaction. 5B barely counter hitting 6B there. If it was Susanoo on the other side of the interaction, oh my god, Ragnar's life bar would have been decimated. Decimated? That's not a word, decimated.
Speaking of decimated, I don't know how many 5As Play Guy just lifted over Adroth's head there, but very, very rude TRM coming out on the side of Play Guy. I think it was like a gazillion 5A whiffs and then finally threw him. It was disrespectful as hell to watch. Nice anti.
Not gonna push the combo resources they have, so it won't be the kill just yet.
Oh no, it is. No, you're dead.
Okay. All right. I thought they were going to take a lot more, but okay.
Well, Play Guy is just ready, and he's going to put Adroth on the back foot once again on the tournament life.
I'm loving these dash blocks from Play Guy right now. Kind of just goading Susanoo to kind of stay at that IED range. And if Susanoo wants to come in, it's a startup on that dash that Ragnar can react to.
100%, and Play Guy going to take the opportunity to go in on his own, but Adroth's going to get around him and put Play Guy into the corner, get a TRM of his own.
Called out the OS, now going to get a great amount of seals. DP, Hedgehog, and Grand Viper, the 3 essentials to any Susanoo player's kit.
Don't forget about throw into overdrive to lock out the burst and super for the kill. At first TRM with purple, by the way, but TRMs are colorblind. You cannot tech a purple TRM, even though it is purple. Play Guy going to be kicking himself, unfortunately, for that one. Could not close it out just yet. Adroth refusing to just die.
Good confirm against the 6A. No leads was all knocked out, about 3.1. 3.2, I was barely off. And now here comes a 6D pressure. Noticing that Susanoo has no DP, I can get a little bit more belligerent with my offense.
Yeah, no DP and also no overdrive. You can feel a little more free to represent those standing overheads. The 6B, the gauntlet hitting 6B again. Double dipping his Play Guy, and Adroth going to be destined for game with only an overdrive and 50 meters to his name. What's for breakfast?
Force the overdrive out. Oh no!
That is going to be all she wrote. Crouch confirm off the overdrive. Play Guy wants to after so bad, not going to get it. Closing it out in style though with the perfect, and that is going to be 3-1.
What a perfect 3-1 for Play Guy. Going to get the run back against XCal.
And just like that, it was not, unfortunately, enough for Adroth. Not able to get the momentum he needed off of the Astral. Play Guy will be returning to the stage, if you will, to take on the Puppet Master. I need water so bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, did he actually just dip for some water? I mean, I got my cup of water right here. But hey, how we doing tonight, chat? Y'all claiming Matcherino code? In fact, let me check. Let's see the report card. Come on. I better see everything in there. All checked out. Can I commentate Grants? Colby, I think you shut down the stream. Oh yeah, that sounds like someone who got their water.
We back in the stay hydrated, gamers. It's so important.
Stay hydrated. Anyways, though, y'all have a failing grade on your report card. Only 24 of 50 codes claimed. I know y'all can do a little bit better than that, especially for grand finals.
I forgot that was the bit. You said failing grade on their report card. That's crazy. He's not mad, chat. He's just disappointed.
Exactly.
So yeah, get in there one last time. Do that exclamation point Matcherino command in the Twitch chat. Follow the link. Sign in. Claim the code. Put that money in the pot. We are at at $7.32 in the pot. We're looking to get to double digits before the decimal point. We're looking to pass that $10 mark. I think $10 mark is 50 codes.
I think just about. How many viewers we got? We got 71 viewers. Hey, lurkers. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you in the back of the classroom. Just because everyone else failed on chess doesn't mean you guys get off free. Claim that goddamn code. Come on.
Okay, yeah, I cannot, in fact, count. We're looking for $12.50 from 50 codes. And Play Guy and Excalibur Blades are going to be duking it out for the whole sum.
Mm-hmm. Excal looking to win, show off their dominance as a top-tier player and a top-tier character master. And Play Guy hopefully looking for a two-peat. Has been in Grands before, literally last week against It's Matt, which was a banger set, I might add.
That was a banger set. I was surprised to see Matt make that kind of a run, but unfortunately, he is not here. And Play Guy and Excal are. Make some noise in the chat for Excal on the top-tier, Play Guy on the protagonist, the people's champion in a way.
My champion, my GOAT, Ragnar the Blood Edge, on the Charlie Brown colors that you guys can't see, but alas, it matters not. Let's see some good-ass gameplay. And I say,
if you think about it, you know, if you think about it, hitting Rachel is kind of like being Charlie Brown and trying to kick the football.
Yeah, except the football is just like a loaded gun.
And if you squint, the color that Excal has kind of looks like the colors on a football.
I guess so.
It could maybe be a bad omen, but Play Guy undeterred so far to have to open up Excal with all the tools that Ragnar has at his disposal, and there is 6B, all reliable, if you will. Cracking open the dome of Excal. Watch your head.
Something I really like about Play Guy's 6B applications is that he does it at such a spaced out range where it's almost unintuitive for you to expect 6B there and not Gauntlet Hades. So I bet that messes up a lot of players who try to defend against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Converting into the super for a very commanding opening round to this grand finals. He's going to need a lot more of those, but he's well on his way as Play Guy as he takes first blood.
We did see in that winner's final set, Play Guy had a pretty good handle on the Rachel. It's just a lot of problems occurred when the Carl was on screen. So I think Excal is probably just going to stick to the Rachel. If they get reset, we're seeing a Carl.
Yeah, I think your prognosis is pretty solid, Iridat. But Play Guy, unfortunately, he's not just going to have to fight through one character. He's going to have to fight through both. He's going to have to win both sets. And that DP width is not the way to do it.
Ooh, got hit low. Forced a burst out of Play Guy right there, but you're a round up, so it's not too bad on the burst economy.
Nice air to air with the JA though. Play Guy with a chance.
Oh, the walk throw. Do you even need to carter it?
That is the game plan for Ragnar. I strike, therefore I throw. Excal getting caught slipping, not throw. Essing on wake up, scared of a TRM, and Play Guy capitalizing, but it's not going to be enough. Rachel 6A, too strong. Excal ready with the anti-up with the drop.
And there's a gauntlet. Play Guy had yet to represent it damn near in all the games they play, so everybody gets their one, but this one will lead to a kill. Play Guy winning that first game.
Yeah, and if you're Play Guy, I think when you win this first game, you kickstart that thought in the back of Excal's head. When should I switch to Carl? Should I switch now? Should I wait a couple games? Should I wait for the reset? Should I wait till I'm on the back foot? Probably not what you want to do. That is the advantage of being in winner's side, is you have that set to give, and playing multiple characters, I think, allows you to exploit that a little bit more. Because normally, when you have to make a comeback at the end of the set, you can't change characters because you can only change characters after you lose, not after you win. And so resetting the bracket gives you that chance to switch characters when you need to.
Oh yeah, for sure. But so far, Rachel looks like it's cooking. However, the George setups are kind of weak right now. Play Guy has just been jumping out of a lot of them. Maybe Excal has to commit to the jab just to keep Play Guy locked down for the George.
Yeah, that looks like, I think, the missing piece to the puzzle on the Oki from the side of Excalibur Blades. Play Guy capitalizing on every opening that he gets. And that lifesteal pushing back the life totals into the other direction. Excal's going down. Play Guy's going up. And the barrier is going down now too as well on the side of Xcal entering the red. That means it's at less than half, and a charged crush trigger will immediately put you into danger state on barrier.
But you gotta get close, and right now, Rachel not gonna letting it happen.
Yeah, Xcal swooping in. Play Guy not getting a chance to kick the football this round there. That very unfortunate.
Our next round, things are reset back to neutral. Let's see if Play Guy can make something happen. Gonna get his 2-way whiff punished by Rachel 6B. Insane.
That feels bad. Can you really call it neutral when you're fighting Rachel? I guess you can as your Play Guy because you just fucking gat.
All right, OD being forced out. And once again, the spaced out 6Bs from Play Guy has such efficacy on such a reactable overhead too.
Absolutely. I think it's because what Xcal is looking for there is he's looking for a pressure reset, or he's looking for an overhead. He's not, or excuse me, yeah, looking for a pressure reset, looking for Play Guy to just run up and challenge again, looking maybe to try and fuzzy jump, and that's why he's getting caught so consistently by these overheads, when he's not ready to block it.
Good conversion coming out. Let's see what's the OQ gonna look like. Are we going for a George setup or just Rachel madness? And we'll just Rachel madness as Play Guy takes the corner somehow. But now we're in a scramble scenario where both players are just vying for offense, and it's gonna be Play Guy who comes out on top.
Comes out on top is right, finding the 5A with throw. No TRM required, straight into Devoured by Darkness. Play Guy looking like he's winning all the prizes up. The claw machine gaming the system as hard as he can.
And now just dash blocking your way in there, hopefully looking to kind of box Rachel into the corner where her movement, despite being crazy, is a lot more limited, and that's where Ragnar can really thrive. Just with bigger neutral buttons and amazing aerial buttons to kind of box out both the air and ground.
Yeah, don't forget about that Ragnar JA, practically a sword normal, as you said, and Play Guy's using it so well. But Sword Iris is still plus 38.
Drop on a combo. Barrier looking low for Play Guy though, so it has to make something happen soon.
And something happened is going to be crushing your rig up and whipping your burst.
What? How did that whiff? And now you're dead for it. You're dead.
I hate that.
Insane.
If you're Xcal, though, you're licking your chops, you're rubbing your hands together, and you're going, waiter, more whiff burst, please. Oh, excuse me, I gotta do it in the British accent. Waiter, more whiffs burst, please, in it. I will never read that.
I don't expect any characters thus far. I don't think I've ever seen Play Guy on anyone but Ragnar, now I think about it.
I will never use that accent again. That was a terrible idea. I'm really, really horrible at accents. Bro,
Boy, Mike, can't block the gauntlet Hades, yeah? Oh, great, just crack your head right open like an egg. Come on now.
Okay, fine. Show me up. See how I really feel. I'm not mad.
My bad for mogging you live on camera, but...
Nah. You're good.
Ooh, anti-air 5B from a Play Guy. I love an anti-air 5B. I love when normals are not supposed to anti-air, especially when it's my character who can do that.
Excalibur Blaze though pressing out, but Play Guy finding the IAD. Xcal setting up George at a very inopportune time and is going to be guessing for the round.
Alright, it's going to be pressure thus far, keeping it simple with 2A and the 5B staggers. Force out a counter assault. A resource loss for Rachel is a win, and no matter how you spin it.
Every single time you will take that, especially when it doesn't counter hit, and you can actually react, tech forward, and get back in very quickly.
Yep.
The Play Guy was so ready that he's, I believe, yeah, no, it's still 1-1, but putting himself in a very good position at the start of this game. Excalibur's overdrive, though, is starting to come back.
All right, clears a George, but this
What
time,
a
catches
conversion!
the escape attempt. That was really nice.
And then catching the jump out with the Sword Iris textbook play from Excalibur Blades. Play Guy will probably let this one go to bed without spending his burst.
Oh my god, that super does so much damage.
Yeah. The fucking Play Guy's health bar feeling like my voice right now, completely spent.
All right, locked down with the J into JC. I can't stress enough. Rognet's air numbers are maybe just as good as his ground numbers when it comes to neutral.
5C era unblockable going to be a huge amount of damage. Ragnar's ability to just put out a hitbox in the mid-range and force a character to respect it, even a top tier like Rachel, is very not unmatched, but damn close to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get away with them though, whipping the DP, but not gonna get away with that 5B with George gonna set up X-Cal for a knockdown.
Counter assault one more time. This time it's counter.
Oh, into George?
Knockdown.
That's criminal.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, full confirm coming out from Play Guy.
Yep,
Both players with a good amount of resources.
Yeah, not enough to kill because Rachel has 11k health for some godforsaken reason. And off that counter assault, this time X-Cal taking no chances. Super jump forward, lets the wind carry him out of the corner. X-Cal's #1 objective right now is don't get hit, but he swoops in and finds a hit of his own, putting Play Guy in the corner.
Play Guy right now just kind of running into range, looking to find something that'll connect, an air throw, a 5B, something, anything right now. Oh my god, an amazing tech on the air throw from X-Cal, knows exactly what Play Guy wants at the current moment. Oh my god, that was really scary. What the fuck? Just jumped and grabbed? What is this, Smash
right
Brothers?
They're so in each other's heads right now. Play Guy has seen X-Cal stop throwing projectiles and is just running in and taking the space that X-Cal's not giving, but the 6A is there and ready. X-Cal with a clutch anti-air to close it out as the clock runs out.
And now it's looking like Excalibur Blaze can take this entire set and tournament on Rachel thus far. We were all expecting Play Guy to just kind of clear to Rachel as they did in Winners Finals, but no, it looks like Excel is locking it in.
Yeah, maybe no assists required, save for George and bats and everything else that Rachel does. But you get the point. There will be no 2v1 necessary if X-Cal will have his way. Can he close the tournament right here, right now? Play Guy has something very important to say about it, and it sounds like Ragnar 5B.
It's either going to be Ragnar 5B, JR, or JC. The holy trinity of Ragnar neutral.
Absolutely. Oh, don't forget about jump forward block. It's not a button, but it's very, very important unless you take space while also staying safe.
Ooh,
CRM.
Gonna lead to a good confirm here. Another solid knockdown for Play Guy.
Wake up such a precarious situation. Even against Ragnar, Play Guy is rotating his options so well, and the standing overhead will once again find its mark.
Great play thus far. We just need more rounds like that where Play Guy really just locks down Rachel, make sure you stay in this corner, make sure Rachel gets some plates, and then send it out with either a throw or an overhead.
Absolutely, and don't forget, if you're Play Guy, you have the burden of needing a lot more rounds, and you have the burden of coming from losers and having already played a lot more, but Play Guy has the endurance, has the mark of a top player. He is not deterred. He will not be stopped.
Ooh, trying to look for a TRM right there with the whiff 5A, but Excalibur Blaze answering with a fuzzy jump rather.
Yeah, and off the side switch, going to try and put Play Guy into the corner. This is looking not so great now. Play Guy out his burst, going to try and finish this round off the hard way.
Ooh, tries to clear most of the super, that way it wouldn't be too locked down, but matters not.
Yeah, look at that. X-Cal giving up so much ground, but with the threat of wind, with the threat of Tempest Dahlia, being able to regenerate it for 50 meter, with the threat of just being able to put the one projectile on the screen that you need to stop Play Guy's approach. It always feels so futile.
Speaking of approach, we got a classic jump-in combo that makes X-Cal force the burst out of him.
Yeah, X-Cal knows that Play Guy has very little health. Gonna try and nickel and dime his way to victory, rather. Play Guy now entering danger state and gonna get clipped, and that's tournament point.
Oh my god. When people tell you Rachel's a set play zoner, it's rounds like that comes to your mind. Just never able to get in, always getting knocked down. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's just like Charlie Brown on the football, plus 38 once more. The defense still looking very strong from Play Guy, just when he needs it the most.
No!
Not able to convert the anti-air, though. This game might be ass.
Oh boy. But at least Play Guy has a positional advantage, but matters not when you're getting hit.
That is not when you're able to do TK Sword Iris and be plus 38 and convert anything you want on the screen. But Excal still has his back against the wall, and then one wrong move to spell the end of the game. There's a counter assault trying to make space, but now Excal's out of wind is what I would say. If he didn't have Tempest Dahlia, it looks very grim for Play Guy now. Can Excal close it out, and he finds the air throw?
Dunked his ass, and that will be the end of tonight's Boston Blue Beat Weekly. Excalibur Blades, pure dominance no matter the top tier. Very well played and will not allow Play Guy to get the 2-peat. My God.
Yeah, the Vampire will slay the Blood Edge and close out the bracket. Excal not dropping a set.
Woo. That was insane. No matter the character, Excal showing off why he's here and why they're winning.
Yeah, there's really nothing else that you can say that can really like summarize a performance like that. Like, he's just that good.
Yep. You put any character of Excal's character of Excel's strength, and it's just so hard. But well played to Play Guy, though, going on a deep run throughout winners and losers. Almost got the 2P, as I said earlier. I personally would have liked it as a Ragnar player, but alas, if there's anything we Ragnar mains know, it's struggle. It's definitely struggle.
Yeah, let's try and get I don't know. My lawyer has advised me that I still have to shill the match arena, so get in there one last time. Support these players. I know maybe the player you didn't want. Maybe the player you didn't want to won tonight, but get in there one last time. Show your support for this scene. It takes like 30 seconds. How many codes do we still have left? And most of all, don't make Eridat any more upset than he already is after having to watch Rachel take this bracket. Please.
Do it for me, guys. Do it for your local mid-level protagonist player. It's been a long day, man. I had classes today. Come on.
It is university gang for the both of us, and it is very, very late over there on the East Coast. We're closing in on 11 o'clock. That'll not even been that long of a bracket, but it still managed to take 3 hours because that's how blazblue is.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, y'all are still here at the end of the night. We're so happy you tuned in to Boston Blue Beat one more time. Twitch.tv/Boston Blue Beat 8/7 Central. We'll be back on Tuesday. Tomorrow with Plus R, and Wednesday for Uni, just like it always is. I have been Just a Tomato.
And I'm Eridat. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I had a great time commentating with you, friend, and I had a great time watching this bracket. I hope you all have a good one. We're going to close the night out. See ya.
Good night, everybody, and play CF.
True, play Blazer Central Fiction for the Sony PlayStation 5, 4, 3.
No, play the rollback game. Play the rollback one. Play the rollback one.
Listen, the CF agenda must